All right. Welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda. I am your host, Seduction Doll, aka Lady Che. It's been a long time. It's been a minute. Everybody's been busy and it's been patient and or not in the mood. So, I'm gonna get right to it. I have some stuff. I had some stuff I was gonna tell you guys about, but I can't really think of it right now because I just spent like 10, 15 minutes messing around trying to get this all together. I guess I'm just not used to the nuances of the StreamYard and then the resetting of the laptop. And I wasn't ready for that, so I wasn't ready. I'm ready now, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. For the most part, because I kind of like a little time schedule as per usual. And we're at the Black House today. Let me see. And get started. Sorry. We're gonna start right here.
I mean, that could be Bubba Watson, that could be Bubba Wallace, Bubba Sparks. Yeah, that could be Bubba Gump. You know, because one time I went to Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it. There's shrimp kebabs, shrimp Creole.
And my food was hot. I had to blow on it. You know, that's all I'm saying. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. Trump administration, here it is. The government is back open. Trump don't got no events scheduled. He just hiding out. What y'all doing? Looking at memes, there are two presidents. Is that like because, you know, Clinton, you know, his future progeny inside of him, like, so inside of him is another president. Is it, I'm getting warmer? Give me another clue. Is he down there looking for paper clips? Or something? Did he drop the auto pen down there? I don't know. Time Magazine, they get a little out there. They get a little abstract sometimes. That's why I prefer like a daily. Oh, there you go, New York Daily. I am Deep Throat. Send me Trump out to snitch or something. He gonna turn state's evidence on the hoax. Is that now I'm cold? I'm going to drain the swamp. Okay, now I got it, because this whole thing has been very draining on Clinton. I'm sure this whole thing no, that's not it. Bizarre Epstein files reference to Trump, Putin, and with Bubba draws scrutiny in Congress.
What just happened?
The latest tranche of emails from the estate of the late convicted PDF Jeffrey Epstein includes one that contains what appears to be references to President Trump allegedly performing, raising questions the committee cannot answer until the Department of Justice turns over records it has withheld. Hey, y'all, Trump coming. Hey, look busy. Hey, put that away. We'll just open something else up, anything. That wasn't it. That wasn't. Now we know. Now, hey, whatever happens now. Huh? I wasn't looking at nothing. I'll show you what they was looking at though. Jeffrey Epstein asked his brother Mark whether Putin has photos of Trump blowing Bubba, which is Bill Clinton's nickname. I mean, that could be Bubba Watson. That could be Bubba Wallace, Bubba Sparks. You know, that could be Bubba Gump. You know, because one time I went to Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it. There's shrimp kebabs, shrimp Creole.
And my food was hot. I had to blow on it. You know, that's all I'm saying. Oh, hold on. Let me close the ads. Hey, Trump, stop dancing. Stop dancing like that. No, it don't look right when you dance like that. That's how we got here. Huh? I didn't read it. I didn't. Okay, it says if Hillary can't satisfy her husband, what makes her think she could satisfy America? That was something that you said. Yeah, that was yeah. But how would you know though? Because it sound like something that you know firsthand is what it sounds like. So he emphasized that the committee lacks sufficient information to accurately interpret the message. We're not sure actually what that's in reference to, obviously. So is it a joke? Is it not? Who's he talking about? We don't know. And which is why it's important for people to know that these emails that we got, they're from the Epstein estate, right? We got these emails through subpoena through the estate, and it pales in comparison to what the Department of Justice has to get us as a committee. Now, wait a minute. So what you mean to tell me is that the Department of Justice has the information that could illuminate all of this. But in order to do so and alleviate people's concerns and calm people's suspicions, they have to release more documents. Ooh, that's a situation. That's a situation. Nothing like the situation when you get home now.
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
You're saying a lot without saying nothing at all.
Whatever they saying he did that shit.
No, because the thing is, the word "the" is doing a lot of work. The word "the" is doing a whole lot of work. They didn't say, does he have photos? Does he have the photos, which implies the existence of said photos. It would be like the difference between me asking you, do you have a soiled mattress? And do you have the soiled mattress? You know what I'm saying? One is fishing, the other is trying to get rid of evidence. You know what I mean? Those are two completely different things. And while we're on the topic, is this why you be so mad at Hillary? No, because you be like, lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. Is that so you could slide through? Is that what that was about? You know, hey, I'm not the one that told you call it the big beautiful bill. I am not the one that told you to call it the big beautiful bill. Not to mention, now that whole Clinton monument you had planned looks particularly bad.
You know, whether MAGA or Republicans believe it or not, they will never be able to get that image out of their head with Bubba. Ha! Where is Mr. Bubba been, by the way? Has anybody checked on Hillary lately? Poor thing. It's always these powerful men that just keep tripping her up in life. Even took her election. And it was over emails, remember? That's why she probably lost, over those emails Trump was so worried about. Now look who's the one worried about emails. Bye.
Oh, yeah. That Hillary's emails thing came all the way full circle now, didn't it? Yeah. You done made her a sympathetic figure.
I never thought I'd say this, but poor Hillary. Poor Hillary. Could you imagine losing your man to a bitch and then that same bitch beating you at something you've been doing your whole life and they just decided to start doing this thing last Tuesday? If that's not 13 reason worthy, I don't know what is. So shout out to Hillary. Shout out to Donica Lewinsky. You know what I'm saying? The new superhead. Move over, superhead. We got super wig.
Did he say super wig? Super wig? Hmm. Well, if you think about it, she was good at what she did. You know what I mean? So that at least at the one thing, you know.
Move over, superhead. We got super wig. And truth be told, if Donnie T was gobbling on Bill Clinton, aka Bubba, aka Big Beautiful Bill's knob, then we can pretty much guarantee, possibly allegedly, that he was gobbling on Putin's knob. Won't that make the most of sense?
This is rough. This is rough. You got to think about what Hillary Clinton must be going through at this particular point in time. Not to mention what Megyn Kelly must be going through at this particular point in time. She just went and threw it all away to excuse the nastiest of crimes with children, only for this to pop out the same week. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh yeah, we still gonna have the footage, Megan. Yeah, we still got the footage.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a this is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls.
Nasty bitch. You gonna sleep here? Okay. You sure you want to go home? Oh, she found pictures in your phone? Oh, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. Well, tell her, because it's almost the end of the year. So say you just wait until the end of the year to turn your life around. No, it didn't work for me, but, you know, you've made less work on America.
Donald, who's Bubba?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. It's Bill Clinton, right?
Yes.
And is it true that you blew on his saxophone?
I think I did. Yeah, maybe I did.
How did this happen?
I got a call, and it was from him.
Okay, then.
Left at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I blame.
Sorry, I was on mute.
I
Was
blame
on mute.
Lady. I blame Lady J.
Hey, welcome to the RVA. welcome. Yeah, my bad. I was on mute.
What's up, lovely light-skinned lady?
Oh, you're talking shit?
And if you're ashy, how the hell are you ashy?
Look, the cat, look, the dog can give me every motherfucking thing but the goddamn lotion. I was disappointed too. I was like, it's one thing my brother's not paying attention. It's another thing that the dog can hand me everything.
You almost as light-skinned as Donald Trump. How the hell is you ashy?
That's not true. That's not
If Donald Trump is ashy, how is you ashy?
He's not ashy. He's a different kind of fucking chicken fat color.
Right?
This motherfucker still look like chicken fat. Like when you get chickens at the store, like quarters and stuff. And you gotta go.
Look, I had to give my cat Popeyes because I didn't have no cat food and all the stores are closed.
Ooh, that motherfucking cat is spoiled.
I gave him Popeyes chicken leg.
Did he eat it? He ate it, huh?
He out there eating it, and he back at. Now it's raining outside. Like that.
So you're gonna be putting outside.
Hey, you know hey, you know how like the air pressure can be going down and up because it's raining or storming and whatnot. So like you can feel the pressure in your house. Like if you got the window open and whatnot.
Yep.
You give me, Lady J?
Yes.
So the cat is out there. I got him a cat house, but he's got a heated cat floor. You get me? He's got a heated floor, but he's still outside.
What, you got a heated floor?
Yeah, he got like
Put him on the
a
patio or
floor
something.
mat. Yeah, I bought him like the $60 cat house out off of Amazon.
For somebody who says this ain't your motherfucking pet, cause you sure are invested.
Everybody says that, right? But still, like my mom still allows me to have the cat over here at my office. You know what I'm saying?
As
Like
long
the
as it don't
cat
go
is still
inside.
here. You see, man, I've been had the cat for a month.
Right.
My bro said, my boy, that Brandon who gave it to me, he was like, man, I would have just dropped it off at the forest preserve. I'm like, man, we can't do that. You know?
Yep.
That's like how I drop off my old girlfriend.
At the
Oh,
bus
that was
stop.
the white girl. Okay, I'll just drop her off at the forest preserve.
Jesus. Now make your way back to the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah, she was ashy too.
It's different. It's different. I don't know how to explain it, but that shit was funny as hell when I got home. I was like, God damn, I went outside like this. I was outside for like driving around like maybe like a mile I drove to run the dog out. And at the time I really was paying attention. I was like, God damn. Like this is what it Jesus. This all because I was just gonna go around the corner and then I was like, nah, fuck it, let me go wear her out before so I can get some stuff done or whatever. Man, I couldn't believe it.
Man, and it's a bunch of stuff on sale right now. You better tell Jesse
Yeah.
to take you over to the mall.
No. Now, dude, you're not supposed to be shopping on Black Friday.
No, I'm talking about before then. Like right now. Like
No,
Bath and Body Works, you could get you like some lotion for like $5. And
I got lotion.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking with you. Okay. I'm just saying, like it's on
You
sale.
don't want to see this honey wheat toast ashy? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that.
It happens.
No, what I'm saying, like since last week, you could have went to Bath and Body Works, and they all their everything was $5.
I'm waiting here shortly. I'm
You get
waiting
what
for
I'm
like
saying?
2 more
No,
weeks.
it's not no ashy thing to you.
No, I know. I'm waiting for I got stuff I'm waiting for.
But
2 more
like I'm
weeks.
saying, you could have did it last week and just went spent $5 to
Waiting
pull up
more.
to Bath and, well, not Bath and Body Works. What's that? What's the lotion shop? Bath and Body Works. Bed
Victoria's
Bath and
Secret.
Beyond.
No, well, it depends on what, I don't know.
No, the
That
one that
should be
sells all the
breaking me out.
lotions and shit for the girls.
That should be breaking me out. I don't know.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, some of those are not good for me because they don't last and they break me out. So like
So
just a
like
little bit of start.
I can't use the Walmart lotion.
Right.
Like I
So
can't use the Vaseline. You know them like $2-3 lotions from Walmart.
Yep.
I can't use them. Like they'll break me out. I'll start itching in the middle of my bed while I'm sleeping.
Yep. They're no good. I think they're just meant for them, for them people. Like
The
what
pasty
I've been,
people. The pasty
yeah.
people.
I mean, just to have it in their hand, I guess. They never really use the shit. So, what I was gonna say is that I've been using. If I got a thing of pink oil or something, like I'm running it through my hair or whatever, I'll just do that a real light little light dusting, because as soon as we're in Colorado, since the cold air hits, it's absorbing. You know what I mean? It absorbs.
So my thing, like out
How
here,
do I explain that?
since I'm in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I be driving doing DoorDash and shit. But like my lips get dry.
Right.
You get me? Like I don't really put no
You
lotion on me at all.
Nope.
Like
Lips and
I
nose
might
get
put some
dry.
on my hands. I might put some on my hands just so I don't look crazy when I'm going picking up orders.
Yeah.
But
Can't you wear
yeah.
gloves? You can wear gloves though, right?
No, if I wear gloves, people think I'm out for them.
Oh yeah.
You can't wear gloves in Chicago.
That's right.
If you wear gloves in Chicago, they think you out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you one of them
I
guys.
mean, looking like like the neighborhoods. I get it. I can dig it.
I can't wear gloves. No, if I go walk in McDonald's with gloves on, especially the gloves I have, oh wow, they they'll call the police.
I mean, I can dig it because I was just doing that
They'll
the other
call
day.
the police on my gloves. Like, eesh.
Yeah, I was remember going up to see my friend that late at night and whatever, and she was working. And I was driving the streets, man, and I got my hands got cold, so I stopped and pulled these really nice fucking dude dirties out of my pocket, right?
And they called the police on you immediately.
Them motherfuckers are following me for 2 fucking blocks.
You
2
can't wear
blocks.
gloves. Chicago don't wear gloves.
Look,
Look,
it's
look,
just
even
about how
my
you
best
rock the
friends.
glove.
Hey, Lady Che,
You rocking
even
the
my
glove
best
like you're
friends,
dangerous. I guess that's what happens. You know?
even my best friends, like they know I got gloves for mechanic shit. I got gloves for my gun. And I got leather gloves, like winter, like regular leather gloves, like my dad wears. You get me? Like coach
Mm-hmm.
gloves, right?
Yep.
You can't wear them around anybody in Chicago because they're going to call the police on you.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to think you about their business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
wear
it's up like
gloves.
that now, right? It's up. It's up. So you
Right,
can't
you
really.
can't wear gloves in Chicago. You
Yeah.
can't wear gloves in Chicago. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. These motherfuckers over here some days like think they're tough too. Like with like just posted. And I just cruising really fucking late. Like when I walked my sister back to her apartment because she got off the bus, it's really dark. Like really
Hmm.
fucking dark. And she lives in a gentrified neighborhood with her dude, right? It's only just maybe 8 blocks away from my house, right? So she got off the bus and I said, "Hey man, I'll walk you home." She said, "Why?" I said, "Because black women come up missing all the time." Shit. You know what I mean? So I
I'm going to
walked her
make
to
sure
her
you
crib.
get home.
Yeah, so I walked her to her crib, made sure she got inside, made sure she turned on the light or whatever, and she came out. I had the dog with me too, so we were like, just waiting for her to get off the
Cause you
bus.
got no, cause see, you can walk her
I could
home.
take her. I
Plus,
could take
you
walk
got
her.
backup too, cause you had the dog.
Yep, and it's just like her, we stay ready. So we was walking and shit. She had a flashlight, one of the big high beaming ones, and I was like, man, that flashlight is cool. So we walked like 6, 7 blocks to the bus stop, right? And the only thing we saw was them folk just all of a sudden, because I was waiting at the rec center for her, where
Mm.
it's right, and
Oh,
I
you
just
saw
see
a bunch
her.
of white folks just sitting there.
Yeah, on this one street. So it goes hood, then white folk, white folk, white folk.
Wow, then you would have knew. Like, damn,
And I
that's
was
how
sitting
people come
I
up
was sitting
missing.
at the rec center. Yeah, but I was sitting at the rec center, like in the underneath the light on the public sidewalk, and I was just using the phone and talking to her while she was on the bus. So she didn't feel like she was by herself, and somebody was like waiting for
That's
her.
why you feel like, damn, I would be glad if I had a gun.
Oh no, like, I'm not that. I'm not even worried about that.
No, I would have been. Even me, I would have been, and I'm a whole grown ass nigga,
Ninety
a
percent of the
big
time,
ass
I
nigga.
felt like when I had one, and I had one 2 summers ago, that I wasn't. I mean, I never was going to use it because it just
No,
I would never be able to use
no,
it.
but what you just said, I would have been scared, Lady Che.
Oh yeah. Oh, not why of a girl. Girls
No,
walking.
no, 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 no. Me as a man, I would have still been scared.
I'm scared of them folk because they
Like,
trying to leave me on the
cause you
street.
said there's a whole bunch of white people out there.
Yeah, yeah. Because at late at three
Man,
o'clock in the fucking
I would
morning,
have been scared, and I had my gun on me and
2 o'clock
my
in the
knife
morning.
on me. Like, well, man,
Yeah,
y'all
2
better
o'clock.
back the fuck up.
This is 2 o'clock in the morning. She's coming from like a busy street where, like
You
I
get
live on
what
a
I'm
busy street.
saying? That's why I'm
Yeah,
scared. That's why I'm scared.
I'm more
The
scared than
history of
you.
this country, you know what we've been dealing with, Lady J.
Yeah,
I
that's
would have
very
been
scary.
scared too. I would have been scared as shit. But guess what? I'd have had my gun on me and my knife on me too. You know what I'm
Here's
saying?
another thing too. The other thing is when she was all appreciative and everything. Her mate was appreciative because he was waiting for her, and I was just like, let me go, because I roam the street at night, so it's not a big deal for me to be out late running the dog or something. You know what I mean? Acting like I'm doing something, like taking the dog out, when really I'm just on patrol.
You just be doing that. You just be doing that just because you be wanting to do that.
dude, and because there's something about rocking a Roddy that makes you feel great. So we were mobbing home, and
I was about to tell a joke about you,
I
but I
figured.
don't want to tell. I don't want to tell the joke live.
I bet.
Like, man, you gave a couple.
I went
Give
in
a,
when I made it back. When I made it back, like I went on one by myself. But she was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you," because I was like, black women come up missing all the time, and no
you know who mostly
whatsoever,
come up missing?
women and children and little girls.
Indians, black Indians.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they
but they don't
count
ever
them as
get made
native.
that
They
Hindu
count
alert.
them as
They don't get on the
natives,
Hindu
but they're
alert.
really black women.
You're talking about from like India, like Bollywood, India, or
No,
Aboriginals,
I'm talking about Black American
like
Indians.
native black.
Indians.
Okay,
Us, me
yeah, yeah,
you and Jesse.
yeah.
Indians.
Well, I think you only come up missing when you're not paying attention to your elements. I was taught a long time ago to stay vigilant of everything around me. I got excellent peripheral vision. And not only that, but
Look, this is why I got
I
mad
went
at
off
my
with
brother.
instincts.
This is why I got mad at my brother. I'm playing Arc Raiders on here on my computer, like the same computer I'm streaming on you with right now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing the game, and then my brother's daughter, my niece, knocks on one door. Be quiet, Uncle Ray. I'm like, I'm playing my goddamn game in my headphones, talking. You get me just like I'm talking to you.
Can you hear anything with the head? I when I use my podcasting stuff, I used to have headphones, but I put them in storage right now. I don't even think they really work that great. But can you even hear anything outside of what you're doing?
Yeah, I
Because
got one ear off. I got one ear off.
because that shit right there, my brother creeps around the apartment or he's calling me or something. Like I'm like into it because as soon as my
No.
internet
Like
is
if I was playing the game, I wouldn't hear nothing. Like,
Mhm.
like you in here, like you hear me knocking on the microphone.
Yep.
Like that's the only thing I would hear. I wouldn't hear anything else. Only thing you would hear is me on the desk or playing a controller. Because if I'm in the headphones, I'm in the game. So that
Yep.
means I only hear you. So that means if my niece was knocking at my door, I don't hear her. But am
I
I
only like
talking?
using the
But
headphones when I'm making beats
no. But
and
am I
music.
talking loud, Lady J?
No, hell no.
Right.
Am I talking
So
loud?
no, you're not. So no,
Okay.
you get what I'm saying. So now
Right.
imagine I'm in my room. I've shown you my picture of my room, like where I
Right.
stream
Right.
at. Right.
Right.
I've shown you and Jesse the picture of my room where I stream at. Right. So if
Right.
I'm talking this quiet and my door is closed, who the fuck can hear me? I'm not yelling.
The eavesdropping.
Right.
My
So
brother be good
then
at
even I
like
talked to my dad
how
and
does he do it?
my dad was telling me my dad was pulling the Professor Smalls bullshit. Tell you about well, we're just overreacting to the Africans.
So
You
what
get me?
happened with that? I saw everybody turned on him, but what happened? Because I didn't all I saw was I was just reading the timeline and I'm like, God damn man,
Professor
y'all turned
James
on motherfuckers'
Smalls,
way.
he's doing the same thing.
Like
Like
what did
my
he
all
do?
right, so
What did he do?
my niece 2 weeks ago knocked on my door, told me be quiet because I'm playing Arc Raiders and I'm talking just as quiet as I'm talking to you right now, Lady J. So then I got
Mm-hmm.
into it with my brother, blah blah blah. All right, so James Smalls, he's supposedly finna be in Hidden Color 6. I don't think it's gonna be the case anymore. But
He's
he
gonna be
turned
what?
on FBA. He said FBA has reacted to Africans too hard.
What?
Yes.
I don't think we
Said
reacted hard enough.
we should give the Africans some grace. Jesse was playing it. Go to OGTV, play that shit.
Oh,
OGTV. Go to
yeah, yeah.
OGTV, play that. We'll react to that.
All right. I'm
Jason
gonna go
Black.
over there.
Sorry,
Yeah, yes,
Jason
yes.
Black. Jason Black had to go in on it on Sunday. Tyree went in
Yeah,
on Sunday night.
yep.
OG TV went in on Monday. Like Beatzilla went in on it. Like everybody, man.
Let me tell you
Why
what I
did
think.
that?
Like my opinion is this: is like, is it because they're them old motherfuckers they're hard to
Like
they're
no.
hard to
Jason
change.
said that. Jason said that. He said, "I know what y'all gonna think. Them old." No, I'm not gonna say that in
Right.
this stream. That's what Jason. He led the
That's what
stream off
yeah.
with that. He said, "I know what you gonna think. Them old." I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
But he was like, yeah, I do have to, and he addressed it for 4 hours.
Let me see.
Jason
Is this
Black
the one?
is
Is this
no,
the
but
one that's trying to pull receipts?
go to the OGTV. Just look up
Yeah, I'm right there.
OGTV. Yeah, play that one, cause he'll get to the point. Cause Jason Black was like 4 hours with it. OGTV like 13 minutes with it. He'll get
Yeah,
right to the
I,
point.
I like that. I like the way he was going off on
Like,
like he went off on
like
City
when
too.
you get off
I'm
your
right
stream,
here, right
yeah,
here.
like go to sleep and listen to Jason Black. You get me? So you can hear what Jason Black's saying.
Yeah, no, I heard about
But
everything
as for
on caught
this,
up was on the what was I caught up on? I was caught up on. Okay, can you see it? You see
yep,
OGTV?
yep,
So this one
that's
right
him.
here at the bottom, right?
Yep,
I bet.
yeah, he's a straight up pull through it.
OGTV 45 tapping in.
Hold on, let me
Today,
get.
I have to address the hypocrisy, and I don't have to be comedic to
Cause it's
do it.
just hypocrisy.
I'm sure you're familiar with the play the fool.
Like
The
you'll
fool
call
can't
me
play
out
no
the
wild.
same way,
Yeah,
Lady
yeah,
K.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Like you'll call me out the same way. Oh, that's not
Right,
what Ray
but I
G's
mean,
been saying. That's not what Ray G been saying. Ray G, what you on? You get me?
no.
You off a strong too much or
Well, yeah,
whatever?
yeah. Especially when he changed
You
up. He changed up, right? All of a sudden,
right.
that's when all these motherfuckers started changing up. Okay, so well, he's gonna tell us what happened all
Yeah,
of a
watch
sudden.
this.
So
This a little quick video, but OGTV he'll tell you real quick.
that's my guy. That's my friend. I like him. I find his work good.
Oh,
I
he
told him that
remind
too.
me of a Chicago nigga, but he from
Remind
like
me of
Virginia.
a motherfucker I do too. Yeah,
But he a street nigga. He a street nigga.
yeah. No, I could tell. I could tell. I like his content. I've been like his content. Are you ready? Okay.
Yep, I'm here.
As man. First, I'm going to address the hypocrisy in his speech, and then I'm going to address the hypocrisy in his actions. Because if there's anyone who's had a lifelong career of being an agent, it's you, Professor Smalls.
You are always in Africa. You got the African Day Parade. You don't see the Africans. You got the festival that be going on in Brooklyn. The BAM festival, the African festival. Where's the Africans at? When we doing our rallies and our marches, where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak a language, try to make you play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have.
This is Sinetta Baba TV, right? Something like that. Sinetta, this is Sinetta, right?
That's Small saying that. What is these Africans? We
Is that
know more
Sinetta
African.
show though?
Huh?
Yeah, but when did this come out? This Sinetta show?
Yes, a year ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Like-
Okay. So okay. I was just shocked that that's not Africans' clothing. I was still on that right there. I was like, what?
Right. It's all made
Like,
in China or
TV.
made in
Kid
Dutch.
cloth is made over there
Amsterdam.
with China and Indians. Like what?
It's all made in Amsterdam and made in China and shit.
They don't
Like when I
like. So
lived
it's
in
just
Ghana, all
another
that shit was
thing.
made in China.
It's another fucking chasm of them not having their own things yet talking shit. I
So,
just
Lady
bringing
Che,
that up.
Lady Che, remember
We're gonna run it back so I can hear it all the way
remember
like the last.
remember, Lady Che, we made the dashikis possible in the 60s. We made them popular.
Let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa, deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse it because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak a language, try to make you play.
So he's referring to Africans coming here, right?
You said the parasites. They're parasites.
Right.
So
he's referring to them, to Africans, right?
Yes, as parasites.
I'm just asking.
Right.
All right, but
no, I get you, Lady Che. So
yeah, because I'm just trying to follow
how he
along.
was talking. He was talking like us FBA, right?
It sounded like
parasites, right? They're parasites. They come over here. We made the way for them to get over here. We gave them deodorant.
we made the way for him too. We repped him too. He wouldn't have gotten as far as he gotten if it wasn't for us.
No, I'm saying like Professor Smalls. He's
yeah,
FBA.
Professor Smalls wouldn't have gotten. Yeah.
No,
he
is FBA. So we.
Yes, I know. But what I'm saying is, he wouldn't have gotten as far as he did with his scholarship and all his education shit if we didn't. If we weren't out motivated.
FBA.
Exactly.
And we're the only Pan Africans.
Without us pushing any kind of movement.
Yeah.
It's like it. We will it, and we take it.
Remember, I told you who my stepdaddy's mentor is. Haki Matabuti.
Yeah.
Like Don Lee, he wrote a bunch of books, right? So super duper Pan African, right? But my stepdad, I'll go wake him up right now and here's FBA.
Mm-hmm.
He'll still be mad at me, like, hey, why are you drunk, right? But he still say FBA.
I drank my shit today. I drank my shit. I was on the street, and right when I cracked that motherfucker, I couldn't see, but I was just sitting there chilling, right, looking at my phone. It's like cracked a double shooter, and as soon as I did it, motherfucking T was right behind me, going forward. I was just like, what could I have done? Like, what would I have done? I just kind of put my head down for a second, like, you know.
That's what pissed me off with my brother. That's what pissed me off with my brother, right? Because his daughter was standing in the next room. And like as quietly as I'm talking to you, I'm playing my video game. Like, oh wow, look at these colors and all of this. And then his wife called me. Like, be quiet. Be quiet in my own room. Are you kidding me? Lady Che.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Like what the hell? I'm playing a game and then Jesse tell you to call me to be quiet. I swear to God.
I was like, no. I'm like, that's not in his nature. In Aries.
You asked me a bogus question. That's not gonna happen. What are you asking me? Like, that's crazy. You know, like I'm quiet as hell right here in the room, streaming with you, Lady Che. Right?
Right.
Nobody's finna wake up in my office. You get me? Not my mama, not my daddy, not nobody in the house at all. You hear me? Like, I'm quiet as hell.
I'm like, you know, like.
So if somebody come knock on my door, if you hear this just my desk. That's just my desk. Like, nobody's finna fucking knock on my door.
Yeah, but they're here for vacation, right?
No, they're there. I'm in my office at my mama's house.
Oh, so are they staying for vacation or the holidays?
Oh, my dad is up here for the holidays. But he's
I'm saying
he's
your
all
brother.
the way on the other side of town.
I'm saying about your brother and
No, my brother, he's at his house. No, I'm in my house, Lady Che.
Yeah, but I'm saying when they told you to be quiet, they were visiting.
Yeah. Yeah, my niece was visiting
Dang.
in my mama's office. And I'm like, but I'm
I
in
would
my
just,
office.
I would just handed the little girl some headphones and kept it pushing.
So, but even I was talking to my dad, Lady Tay, right? I was
Hmm.
talking to my dad, and my dad was like, well, we all know how a little girl is. I don't want to say her name.
Right,
Uh,
right.
but I'm like, well, Dad, if you know that, he's like, well, but you just overdid it, right? It's like
Overdoing it would be like punishing her.
I just reacted over. I just overreacted. But I'm
Well,
like, what? How you gonna tell me to be quiet in my own goddamn office that I paid a rent for?
right. And she's younger. She's like, like
And
how old?
she's a liar. Like my
There you
dad
go.
was like, we all know how she is. Like even my own, like I get my own daughter to go whoop my niece. God damn, it'll be like that.
It'd be like that.
You get me?
That's a family thing.
But like everybody tired of my niece.
How old is she?
Almost 11, still can't sleep with the door closed.
Oh yeah, she needs a whooping.
You get what I'm saying? Like she be talking back at the restaurant.
Oh
Like
no.
we be at the restaurant and she be talking back.
Oh no, man, never, never. You're embarrassing the family out in public too.
In public? And we like, you know how that go. Lady T.
Yeah, and walk that little girl back to the car and lock it. I guess she can't eat with us.
But you know,
I didn't think better than
brother
that.
got a light skinned wife,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, but black friends,
Now I know you light skinned, but you still black.
man. But I was raised different. I was raised like, hey man, you can't behave. You're gonna show out, and you're gonna go right back, sit in the car. You're not gonna eat, and then you're gonna go home and get whooped.
In
And then
that order.
yeah, exactly.
In that order.
You're called out,
And I'm
embarrassed.
finna eat the food in front of you
Yeah,
while I'm
like
whooping you.
embarrassed. Nothing. No, like my parents wouldn't even do that. They would just go eat, have a good
Are you
time.
allowed to show out
No
in the
influence.
store, Lady Che?
Huh?
Are you allowed to show out in the store in front of your mama?
Fuck no.
What gonna
Yeah.
happen?
First of all, nothing. You got the speech before you
Cause
got
it's
in the
not gonna
store.
happen. Cause it's not going.
Got the speech before you got in the store, right? So you know not to
You
touch
give me?
nothing.
It's not gonna happen. It's not
You ain't
gonna
got no
happen.
money for it. Don't embarrass me in public. That's what's gonna happen. And you know what happens if you do? Shit, if we did, she snatch us up by our arm like
It's
we're
not
all.
no if you did. It's not
We're
gonna
not.
happen.
It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, that speech in the car is enthusiastic. They're like, I'll whoop
You know
you
we
know.
finna pull up to this mall right now.
Yeah.
All
You don't
right.
need nothing. You
All
don't
right,
want nothing.
Brandy. All right, Brandy. All right, Jesse. You know we finna pull up to this mall.
Keep your hands in your
All
side.
right. All right. We finna pull up to this mall and that's it. It's like
Mhm.
that's it. That's it. That's it.
Don't touch nothing. You break it, you bought it. I'm gonna break my foot up in your ass.
And I can't afford it. God damn it.
Right. Right. Don't embarrass me. Wipe your face.
Right. Be licking your finger, licking the thumb and wiping your eyes and shit.
Right. Stand
You
still. Make
good?
sure the
You
zipper's
good? Did
up.
you wake up? Did you wake up, baby?
Right. So I'm telling you, comb your hair. Here, straighten up. Wipe your face. All right. Wash your hand. Wipe your hands. Get now. Move. Don't kick the back of my shoe either.
Oh yeah, that part.
You know what I mean? So I already know. Like, but her talking like that is like she's keeping them boundaries hard.
So this was the thing, right? We'll get back to the video, I guess. But like that's the thing. Like that's the thing I got going on with my family right now.
So what are the white?
My niece knocking on my door, telling me to be quiet. And my brother is taking her side. I'm like, but you know how your daughter acts, right? You know she don't act. Wow. Like I got my daughter. My daughter is 22 years old. And people will say she's reckless, but she'll get my niece in order. You get what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's gotta be like that.
Like my daughter would get my niece in order, but my niece, like, she needs a whooping. You get me?
Yeah.
Like my daughter was with my dad and my stepmom in Ghana. She got in order. You get me? I
Yep.
think my niece needs to be with Lady Che and Brother Che in Denver.
No, because I whoop other people's kids.
You get what I'm saying?
I really do. I whoop other people's kids, so I would
Yeah.
not suggest it. Because I
No,
would whooping them.
no. That's why I think she needs to
Because I
go
whoop
over.
other people's
No,
kids.
I think my niece needs to be under Lady Che.
Yeah, I whoop everybody. Like, well, except for Jesse. He's fucking bigger than me, but man, if I get away with it.
But you be trying.
Word. If I get away with it. You know what I mean? I can't.
Right.
He's bigger than me. I got breathing problems. He's bigger than me, so let's leave it at that.
But at least you can deal with my niece.
Oh yeah, no, like I had a kid too. I had a kid once, and when she finally came back to me, she was a different motherfucker than when I left her. Completely
Exactly.
forgot about everything that I taught her. She just became one of them people. You know what I mean? Because that's who raised her.
That's what I think. That's what I think
So
my niece needs. That's what I
yeah,
think my niece needs.
she had tried to attack me. One time she was talking shit to me. She got all up in my face, and the first thing I thought of, I'll lay you down like I used to lay you down when you was little. That's what I used to think, right? And then I said, no, I'll be going to jail for round 2 of beating a little white girl.
So,
You know what I mean?
hey, look,
But
watch this,
she
watch
looks like
this,
that. She
watch
looks
this.
like that. Mm-hmm.
So, my brother's wife is mixed, right?
Right.
If you see her, she kind of looks like a white girl, but she's not white.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Like,
Yeah.
you would be whiter than her, but she's not white. You get me?
Yeah.
She's like mixed with everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she's raising my brother's daughter like a fucking white girl.
Ooh. Why didn't he stop that?
I can't control his household. My
But
brother's a whole
certainly that's not
lawyer.
like he did that year.
My
Certainly what
brother's
he
a
got
whole
he did
lawyer and
not like that.
everything, but like,
That can't be good for the family. Like we're
I told you, even my dad, I told you
I
I'm
can't
into
use
it with my brother right now, right?
yeah.
So even my dad was like, you should probably apologize to him. But I'm like, for what? He's like, yeah, we know how his daughter is. We all know it. I'm like, so then what should I apologize for?
Well, yeah, because you can't whoop her.
Daddy, you need to check your son.
Right.
You need to check your son and his wife.
They're public.
They telling me you get me? Like I
You overreact in your own house.
right. No, but like that's how us FBAs is with the Africans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they came over here and they talk shit to us. Now we're just reacting to it and dancing and footstepping on their ass.
Well, sometimes they
My
think
dad said
that
I didn't do anything wrong except I just overreacted. And I'm like, what is the
overreaction would be like
overreacting?
if you went
No, but
outside.
what's the
Yeah.
overreacting? If
Yeah,
you
what
punch
is
me
it?
and I shoot you, who cares? You punched
Like,
me
yeah,
and
just
you
go get
shouldn't
a
have punched
stick,
me.
whoop her.
You get me? Like, what's the overreacting?
And you got to do it in front of her mother so that she can see that this is how real
And
people
that's
get
the
down.
point. And that is the point. Because I need to tell my brother about that shit. Like, your wife
Yeah.
don't run me.
That and it. Look, you can't be raising. What does she favor? What is the baby favorite? More the mother or the father? She look
Well,
black
she
and she
looks
look
like
African.
she looks just like my brother.
So she favors more black, right?
Yeah.
So
But
she's just setting
but
herself up for a life of failure.
but she's
Mixed.
spoiled.
Yeah, so she's
Like I'm spoiled, but like she's
coasting
over
on
spoiled.
the proximity, huh?
Like I wouldn't trust her.
So she's coasting on her proximity or her privilege.
Privilege.
Must
So
be
she thinks she can just tell any story, and her mixed white mama.
Damn,
Just
your
going.
brother doesn't. He has no level of discernment. You don't know if she be lying. I can call that shit
We
out.
all know she be lying.
He goes, "Oh, y'all just don't want the problems."
No, we all know she be lying. But they just
Yeah,
don't.
but you don't have the
They just
dramatic.
don't want to address that shit.
Yeah, the holidays are perfect for addressing it.
You
Get
get me?
close and
Like
address it.
I'm the one that's addressing it. But they say, oh well, I'm the uncle. You hear me? Like
Yeah,
we
but
all know how she is, but I'm the uncle, so
yeah,
let it
this
go. And
happened to
I'm
my
like, no,
brother.
I'm not gonna let it go.
This happened to my brother, right? My brother was the child, right, was acting like an asshole and was real disrespectful to me, right? And so my brother went outside and checked her really hard, like checked her. But you're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk to my sister like that, like that kind of hard, right? She's like, that's my mama. And he's like, I don't give a good goddamn what you think she is, but that's my sister first. She was here before everyone. That's my sister first. You're not gonna disrespect my fucking sister like that. Or she's like, or what? He said, or what?
Well, now we're
And
gonna see what or what.
he's like, all right, find out. He's like, just find out. And so
Fafo,
my brother tells
Fafo,
me,
Fafo, Fafo.
my brother tells me, right? And I'm like, so I was like, look, I said, sometimes the vessel gotta be cut from, sometimes the seed gotta be cut from the vessel. And she's acting like them. That's not nothing of me. And I rebuke Satan. So fuck it. You start acting like the devil, like them, you get treated like the motherfucking devil. And
So, hey,
so
Lady Tay,
I
I'll
went
act
to his
like,
house.
Lady Tay, I'll act like the devil at certain times.
No, we're talking about them. You know them.
No, but you know me.
I'm talking about them.
No, I'm just saying, like, give me.
Hmm.
I will act like the devil at certain times.
There's a
You
difference
get me?
between us
Like
talking.
if I gotta handle some business for you or Jesse,
Right.
I'll act like the damn devil.
Listen, it's the one thing
Like
that
I'll be on
we're
business.
behaving in our essence that we really don't drag out. Nobody really sees it because we're always fucking programmed to behave ourselves. It's another thing when OTBs and whites go ahead and act in that spirit on a daily, and she was acting in that spirit to where I,
Yeah,
I
you gotta slap somebody up.
right now it's like, man, first of all, I'm grown now, but she's
That's why I like
too,
OGTV. That's why I
and I
like
was like,
OGTV. That's
yeah, and
why
I
I
was like,
like.
oh, you want to throw hands? Shit, make my motherfucking day. But then something kicked in and was like, this will be round two of you whooping off in the same motherfucking
Do you know
person.
why OGTV is
24.
OGTV?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. What?
Do you know why OGTV is OGTV?
Because he comes from a whole family of light skins.
No, 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 no.
That
But yeah, you're close.
was good. That was a good story that day.
So, but he told the story. He told the story on his channel, right?
Yeah.
He said like he used to be a street nigga, right?
Hmm.
And then, but he was on the streets, and he paid for his brother to go to like training camp and shit for the
Hmm.
NFL and shit. So now his brother's in the NFL and he's chilling, but he did like 15 years in jail over that shit.
Damn. That's a long time.
You get me? But now he's out and he's OGTV.
I like his content. I like his content. Nobody can say anything about it. I like it. I like it. I like it because it's quick. It's simple. It's made easy to understand, and it's pretty much down there. Always on point.
Remember, that's why I said like he broke down the Jason Black shit in 13 minutes. Jason Black was 4 hours.
It's because
OGTV
it's
right
fielded
here,
calls.
13 minutes.
You gotta love TVA, man. TVA is just giving you that hardline truth.
But that's why I said like Jason, you gonna have to go to sleep on that. You get me? Like
With,
you
T-
gonna have to play that shit and go to sleep because it's
with
gonna be 4 hours.
TVA, I just sit down and take notes because that's what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's Jason Black.
Yep, I just take
But
notes.
But like OGTV, you can listen to that shit while you going to the gas station buying you a square.
Yep. Well, let's play it. Let's see what happens. Let's play it.
Oh yeah, and this Professor Small talking bad against
You
the
all
Africans, but then he
like they
switched
got
up.
something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced African in the world is the African American. Most of the movements that have changed the world that allow all ethnic nations to profit has been our movement. And so we get peed on and played down because these people are so punked out and scared of the white man that they feel because they're scared of the white man, they got to be against us. You know?
They are people.
We and then we have an ethnic place. We African Americans. Just like a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies, and we have to be clear on that. That our economic enemy is just that. And if you deal with your economic enemy like it's your friend, you're going to be the loser at the end of the day. Now, we raised the question of Pan-Africanism in this hemisphere. You know, we had the brothers from Trinidad, and then you had W.B. Du Bois, and we created this phenomena. But Africa has never created a Pan-African movement. You understand? Africa has never really supported a Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people in Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they're still bogged down in the colonial slavery of European Judeo-Christian indoctrination, which is worse than anything that we've suffered. Worse than anything that we've suffered. The illusion of the clothes and the language make us think we're dealing with somebody that has some African purity culturally and spiritually. You're dealing with a confused, backwards Christian that love Europe more than they love their own ancestors. They do.
Did he say it? Did he say it? Did he say it?
What?
Did he say what he said?
Oh,
Did he say?
yeah, he's talking about confused. Yeah, confused. We're confused, and yeah. I'm trying to get through it. Let me get through the rest of it. I'm
But
trying to
he
catch
said
up.
it though. He said it though, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Africans is
he's part
backwards,
of it.
white Jesus, and all that shit. He said it, right?
Yeah, he said it. He said that they didn't have no Pan African movement either, which is true. It was true. We're gonna look at just with Garvey. You know, he's not from Africa, so you know what I mean. So yeah, I personally think that the more they tore it up with recently over the last 5-6 months, it's never gonna come back. Like
My thing, Lady J. So he said it, right? He said the same thing that we're saying about the Africans, right? Or the Pan-African movement. It's not a thing because the only people that been doing it was FBA.
Right.
And it's not been reciprocated. And
Right.
he said it. Like he said it. And then now he's saying, well, I only said it 2 minutes out of a whole 2-hour stream. But you still said it.
he has conviction in his chest.
Right?
He's so serious.
Hey, Lady Tate, if the police pull us over, what? That same story.
Exactly. What?
But if the police pull us over and you say, well, I only got this little blunt that I was smoking with Ray, well, that means we're fucked.
Right. He was just gonna sit there and just.
Because you could have talked the whole hour, but you said this little blunt that I got with Ray, that's the roach. There we go. Right?
Yep, because possession is 9 cents of the law.
You just told on us. Right. There we go.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it doesn't matter how little or much, how long you talked about it, you still said it.
Right. Let's see where else to go with this. Let me finish it. Because I'm like, oh, I'm trying to catch up. Like, what did he do?
They would not even use an African word for God. You know, in Ghana, if you talk about being a traditional African, you might get beat down in the street. You understand? You're ostracized on the radio. Movies are made to show African culture as being the devil, while Christian culture is coming in as the savior. This is TV shows and on TV in Nigeria and Ghana every day.
He's not attacking us because we're wrong. He's attacking us because we don't need him. The hypocrisy lies in the fact that what I heard in that clip was pretty much every FBA talking point we come up here and speak about every single day. I don't know whether or not Professor Smalls thinks he's so intellectual that none of us have the mental capacity to grasp the same concept that he spoke about years ago, and we're just fed up with it. There has to be some type of payment, some type of arrangement made to treat them like financial enemies. Out of his own mouth, he tells us to treat them like financial enemies. And now he's changing his tune when we say boycott them. If that's not hypocrisy, then what is? But it gets deeper than that. That's just the hypocrisy in the word. I said we're going to talk about the hypocrisy in your actions too, Professor Smalls. You want to call people agents. Who's the real agent?
I was born and raised in the Christian church, and then I dumped that at 17. I got involved in the Muslim movement, became the heir to Malcolm X, was the imam of his Muslim Mosque Inc., went to Mecca, became a Hajj, and then I realized this is not an African thing, and I cut it loose. And I've studied the history of Islam in West Africa. I'm very clear. We have our own sacred science traditions. We need to bring them back. We need to not apologize to anybody for being Africans. And if they want to stay in America and own America as their identity, I feel sorry for them. You're still my brothers and sisters. I understand that you have an issue and a problem, but stop attacking our race. Stop attacking our ancestors. Stop attacking the brothers and sisters that are recent to this country who are just trying to survive.
Off top, we're going to start with the fact that both of your great-grandmothers did not claim to be African. They both were supposed to be of the Chicora Nation.
There we go.
You're talking South Carolina. That's my home state, too.
There we go.
If you don't know my lineage, I'm running full-bred South Carolina on the top and half Virginia, half North Carolina on the bottom. My daddy, mama, and daddy is from South Carolina. We could talk about South Carolina. Now, both of your great grandmothers said that
both his
they were
great
Indians.
grandmothers.
I'm an African.
And you saying you're an
How are
African.
your
So you're
grandmothers
pretty much
is
denouncing
both
everything they
Indians?
said. But it gets deeper than that.
No, you're not.
You were in the church till you were 17 years
Oh,
old.
he just showed Professor Smalls.
The whole
Both
time,
his great grandmothers is
your
Indians.
grandmother was the root
That's
doctor.
What his grandmother
I'm well
was
aware
root doctors.
that a lot of our families
Yes,
participated in the
so-
hoodoo. With the fact that
Yes,
both of your
so
great
how
grandmothers.
are you
He's talking
African
about
and, you-
Puerto Rico.
and both of your great grandmothers? You only got two great grandmothers. How both of your great grandmothers? You got four, but how are your great grandmothers root doctors
I was gonna say,
Indians
'cause-
from South Carolina, but you claiming African?
It's that fucking programmed indoctrination. And now that we're kicking it all out the lexicon and our behaviors and mannerisms, it's like it seems like we're turning on everybody. And because of a belief of ideology that can't work in a system based on us not behaving and wanting to work together. That's just off top. Then racism, white supremacy, and the system that we've been in, and we've allowed all this programming to come in to where
They say, right? So my dad, his mama, North Carolina, Indian, right? But my dad, since he has his business in Ghana, you know, and he likes to say, well, I did my DNA and it goes back to the God people of Ghana, man. But your mom said she's Indian. She's American Indian. Well, yeah, she said
DNA
that.
shit don't work. The DNA
So you believe a DNA test over your mama?
What do you say?
All right, I'll call you back later, son. You get what I'm saying? My mom makes quilts. Like when I get off the phone with you right now, like when I get off the YouTube or the StreamYards and whatnot, like I'm finna get under my mom's quilt that she made, patch by patch. You get me? Yeah, I'm finna get in my bed like that. You know what I'm saying?
Which is like, man, you know, my mother used to make quilts, and she made one. Last thing she made was one for Jesse. And I was like, she's a villain because I haven't talked to her since. I haven't talked to her. Not talking to her. Definitely not going to talk to her. She calls up anytime soon because she did something horrible to me. Or at least, what I'm thinking about anyway.
But
I
she's
keep
still
goddamn
Indian.
mama. Yeah, my mother's like one of those, Jessie says she's some sort of other type of white, right? And really, she's French Canadian. But who knows where her peoples are from? I'm still fucking trying to discover it and look in shit, but I don't believe them motherfucking DNA tests for any fucking reason at all. Because it's been debunked.
You know, I was watching Hunger Games today. Hey, you know that new Hunger Games that Jon Snow, like that backstory? The Hunger Games backstory about Snow? And man, I don't trust DNA.
Who's in that one? Is it new or is it like the last one they made?
It's the last one. I think it came out 2023.
Mm.
It was like a backstory to Hunger Games. So it's not Katniss Everdeen, J Law and them. It's not them.
It was the broad that was singing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that one. Yeah, no, I think
so,
that.
But Jon Snow, whatever his name was, not Jon Snow, but he snitched on his own brother, like his own people, like set him up, recorded him and everything.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Bro, that's not. I would never do that to Jesse. I would never do that to you. I would never do that.
For what? All for what? That broad was ratchet. She was raggedy ass bitch that left him in
He
there.
should have ran off with the girl.
No, she was gonna ditch him anyway.
No, but he should have just ran off with her and he'd been safe with doing that instead of snitching on his guy.
Yeah, and was involved in the death of him.
Right. He literally got him set up and didn't even watch him get hanged. Like, you set your boy up. Oh God.
Yep.
He should have ran off with the girl.
Yep, they were in the Hunger Games.
And he want to be working for the Capitol. I can't work for the Capitol. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm Boulay. I'm from Olympia Fields.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Yeah.
I don't fight. Like, I was Jack and Jill. You know what I'm saying? I went to a HBCU. But I didn't join the fraternity. I said, oh no, let me back up out of this shit. I'm not with this shit. You get me? Even my dad.
Fraternities are just nothing but grooming.
Even my dad, Alpha Phi Alpha, and he's like, man, I got out that shit. My dad got up out that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Why they would want
we don't play that shit. I'm really black first. I'm
Right.
really FBA. I'm really black first.
So what? So he basically reneged on everything he was saying. Is that what I'm understanding?
Oh,
Small.
Professor Small.
Yeah, because like.
Oh yeah, watch it. You'll see.
All right, I'm gonna play it again. Let's try it again. Okay.
My bad. I be talking too much.
No, just hold on a second. Let me just get through this one little piece.
I got my shrooms later, Tay.
No, man. So, man, I'm gonna hit you up offline. Okay, I'm gonna hit you up offline because
I got you.
I got a question about that. Okay, let's sit.
That's why I ain't driving. If I was just off my smoke, I'll be driving right now, and I'll be texting in the chat.
Yeah. No, I like shrooms. I like shrooms a lot, and so I feel like there's more clarity. I like shrooms. Okay,
And the colors be so bright.
Dude,
Colors
my
be so bright.
imagination is fucking on point anyway, but I definitely don't want to watch
Doing that, playing video games. So Thursday and Friday, I'll be playing video games. I'll be live playing video games with my guy, DMZ Demon. We're gonna be playing the other game that I got into it with my niece about.
Okay, let's play. I got like 2 questions to ask you about that because they lied over here in the States, but over here in my state about the legalities.
To me, it's like weed because it
I've been waiting
should
for
be
3
in my
years.
pocket.
Yeah.
I don't even worry about weed in my pocket.
No, I
Like,
don't worry about
cause who's
shit.
gonna get me? Who gonna get me? I know all the police. I've been out here
Right,
forever.
that part. But I'm like, still,
You're probably
people
good,
act,
and
people
it's the
act
same
like
prices.
people
And it's
act
the
like
same prices. It's the same
people
price
act
as
like
smoke. 3.5. 3.5 is $20.
But they act like they're allergic to money over here, so they put it all up. So now you got to go on these extra excursions, and then mother, I don't know, oh no. It's like, come on, man, I've been waiting for 3 years.
Let me face my car by this week. Let me face my car by this weekend, and I'll probably be to y'all by Christmas. Okay.
That's far.
Then you gonna have to wake Jesse ass up.
Jesse deserves to be asleep, man. He came on. It's cold as hell.
Did not.
I'm gonna bring my cat with me too.
Claim to be African.
Okay,
they both were supposed to be of the Chikora Nation.
Right.
Involved in the Muslim movement, became the heir to Malcolm X, was the imam of his Muslim Mosque Inc., went to Mecca,
like my grandmother,
became a Hajj, and then I realized this is not an African thing, and I cut it loose. And I've studied the history of Islam in West Africa. I'm very clear. We have our own sacred science traditions. We need to bring them back. We need to not apologize to anybody for being Africans. And if they want to stay in America and own America as their identity, I feel sorry for them. You're still my brothers and sisters. I understand that you have an issue and a problem, but stop attacking our race. Stop attacking our ancestors. Stop attacking the brothers and sisters that are recent to this country who are just trying to survive.
Off top, we're going to start with the fact that both your great-grandmothers did not claim to be African. They both were supposed to be of the Chikora Nation. You're talking South Carolina. That's my home state, too. If you don't know my lineage, I'm running full-bred South Carolina on the top and half Virginia, half North Carolina on the bottom. My daddy, mama, and daddy is from South Carolina. We could talk about South Carolina. Now, both of your great-grandmothers said that they were Indians.
Don't confuse me. I'm an African.
And you saying you're an African, so you're pretty much denouncing everything they said. But it gets deeper than that.
You denounced
you
your
were in the church. You were 17 years old.
You're African, but your grandparents
the whole
are
time,
Indian?
Your grandmother was the root doctor. I'm well aware that a lot of our families participated in the hoodoo and the voodoo in the black church. So whether or not it has a place there is very much debatable. So I'm not even going to go down that road. I know that in Islam, there's zero tolerance for it. And that's what you did as an adult when you made your own conscious decision.
Did you have healers in your community?
Did I have whom?
Healers.
Healers?
Yeah, healers.
Like medical healers. Yeah, my grandma was our primary healer. We called them root women and root men, but they were the medical people, and everybody came to them, including whites. When the white people refer to it as a snake, right? Meaning our medicine don't work, so we need you. But most people would come by night; they would not come by day.
Like you said, everybody came to her house at night. You know what that means? And you know what I also know? It's covert in terms of the church. I knew some root doctors down that road, Professor Smalls. I still know some root doctors down that road. And they won't set foot in no church because that is not what they believe in. It seems like you were raised on hypocrisy. You can't rebuke demons on Sunday and then bargain with them on Monday, Professor Smalls. If God handles it, then why are you tying strings and burying jars and boiling herbs? If the religion that you profess publicly agreed with that, you would not have to operate in secrecy and move covert. That's agency. I don't knock anybody for whatever their spiritual or religious beliefs are. You're all entitled to your own. I don't judge you. I don't knock you. We're not talking about beliefs here. We're talking about hypocrisy. Now, you left the church at 17. and I don't judge you for that, due to the simple fact that when we're born into this world, we're upon whatever religion our family is upon. And if we grow to maturity and decide that we're not in agreement with that, we have every right and freedom to choose to worship how and whatever we want to worship.
My folks said.
That is our human right. But once you publicly state that you're practicing this way of life, or you identify with practicing this way of life, but you do everything in opposition of it, that is indeed called hypocrisy. Now, I can get a little deeper with the part you did after you became a man. You went on to practice Islam. That's something I've studied in depth too, Professor Smalls. Yes, I have. Now, one thing that I know
15 years in
Islam
prison, he
disagrees
probably
with
practiced Islam like a
is
motherfucker.
any form of root work, witchcraft, anything to that extent.
I became Muslim when
More so than Christianity disagrees with.
I was really sick.
And I also know that Islam says that Christians are closest to them in faith.
OGTV, he did his time
Professor
in jail.
Smalls, you know that
So
in Islam,
he read all the
any
books.
type
You get what I'm
of
saying?
witchcraft,
Yeah,
hoodoo,
I
or
read,
voodoo, would be considered shirk.
Quran.
And that is the absolute worst sin that you can commit in Islam.
My rugs peed it up.
It's worse than anything you can do. Unaliving somebody, any other thing that you can do in Islam, shirk is considered worst. You and I know that, Professor Smalls. The general public may not, but you and I know that. And you had a background in that. And when you left Islam because it wasn't African enough for you, you went right back to a system that practices shirk, which tells anyone with common sense it never left your heart. So therefore, when you was running around with Malcolm X and you was up on the minbar and you was the imam, every Friday, you was practicing hypocrisy because your heart was still attached to that form of worship. Yes, it was, because you went right back to it. You grew up in it. You watched your grandmama heal people. You believe that's how it worked. And you believe that's how it worked the whole time you was up on that minbar. So you was up on that minbar as a munafiqun, hypocrite. If you practice any type of hoodoo, voodoo, whatever you do, and you stand on that shit, I respect it. I respect it. You stand on that. That's what you do. That's your God-given right. I respect it. I don't knock you for it. But if you put on a mask when you come into public and you say I'm this, but then you do it behind the door, no, I don't respect that.
Yep.
That's covert. That's agency. You're an agent. Because whenever you're amongst the people who believe what you say you believe publicly, in your heart, you conceal a secret against them. You conspiring against them.
Yep.
That's not legit.
And that's not real.
And that's the type of man you are, Professor Smalls. And that's why you're upset right now. Let me tell you why your Pan-African movement is losing so much steam. You're displaying a pattern, and that pattern has a name. It's called an ideological shift.
You pattern.
Also
Right.
known
We
as
said that at work,
identity
right?
shopping.
Got a pattern.
If every belief you held was
pattern
the
of
truth
behavior.
at that time, then you were lying most of your life.
Yep.
When a man keeps changing belief systems, eventually his followers stop believing in him. Identity inconsistency breeds insecurity, and insecurity lashes out. And that's what you did, Professor Smalls. Excuse me. Professor Small. You lashed out. So now you got to get these lashes.
So when did he do this?
He just did it recently. Like that's the video he showed at the beginning. Look at like Professor Smalls. It's like Google.
The story of
YouTube,
1929
Professor
is not just a story of a financial crash.
Professor
It's actually the
Small,
story of
like, everybody
1929,
be getting
1930,
on-
1931,
even Beatzilla, everybody be getting on Professor Small. Tyreek, Jason Black, everybody. Jesse was playing the Jason Black shit the other day. Beatzilla, just like, man, 'cause you heard how Professor Small was talking at the beginning, right? Like the Africans ain't together, they're not doing their shit together, right? But then he just went in and flipped up and talking about FBA. Like I'm not FBA, I'm not ADO, I'm not ADOS or none of that shit. And like he's talking crazy. You get me?
So what does he recognize himself as a Pan Africanist?
Yes.
African?
He said my race is Africa. And it's like, whoa. Africa is not a race. First off. Second off, like what are you doing? Yeah, I just dropped the link right there.
Where's
I don't
that?
know. I just dropped
Hold
the
on,
link
I'm
in the
okay.
chat. I don't know if I was
What
able
is it?
to.
Yeah, yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah,
see?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know you ain't got no mods on your
You gotta
channel,
put it
so
in
I
the.
ain't.
You gotta put it on. What is it? TBA?
No, that's Tyreek. Tyreek going
Oh,
in on. Oh no, this
it's
Morris
not that I
World.
won't play Tariq. It's not that I won't play him. This is it. He gets all the airplay everywhere I go, so there's no need for me to play it.
Even Black Alpha was going in on him.
Yeah, I saw that too. I didn't.
Yeah, Black Alpha went in on them twice.
I'm
Jesus
trying to get.
Christ.
I'm trying to get my internet back up. So if you like, nobody sees me in the chat or shit. It's probably because either Jesse's in the room and I'm on my phone and I'm like, mess
Even
up.
Dewan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everybody's going in
And,
on
and
Professor Swan.
Tariq going on because he had him in his movies, right?
Well, I think they took
He
him
had him
out
in
of
a
Hidden Color 6. He's supposed to be
yeah.
in
He
Hidden
had him.
Color 6. And
Yep,
I
he had
think
him.
Tyreek took him out of there.
I thought he was in more than one though. Like, I thought he was in.
No, I'm talking about like the upcoming one.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Like
but
he's
he was
already recorded and everything. And I think Tyreek is taking him up out of that shit.
no redemption, huh?
Like editing him out of that shit. Like how you in my video? Like Lady Che, that's like I'm talking to you right now, and then I'm running against Jesse for mayor. Like what the hell is that?
We did have a friend do that, but they knew each other, so it was like it's two friends.
Yeah, friendly shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
two
But
friends.
you get what I'm saying? Like I can't be in here and then say, oh, FBA is bullshit, and I'm running against you and Jesse though.
Mm-mm.
You
Look,
get me?
I think it's very clear that we're committed to the war at hand. I definitely know. I definitely know that no matter what, I'm committed to the collective at hand. You know what I mean? And these are kind of
Yeah,
like I'm gonna skip
the
my
family
views.
is better than like just you and Jesse.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Or
so
just me, you and Jesse. You get me? Like the family, the FBA thing. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
us.
stronger than a lot of things. But like the way things are put into perspective, um, it's clear. That's why so late in the game, like we're looking at like I'll say just 5 years off general principle. People still asking what it means and what this is and whoop whoop is like stupid.
No,
Here's
don't
here's
come
the
in the
slap.
don't come in the room. What is FBA?
Right.
Yeah,
Don't
y'all
come in with
stupid.
that bullshit.
Don't ask that stupid ass question.
Right, because it's like I said everybody be working my nerves with that bullshit, right? And then now you're starting to see it wear down on not wear down. Forgive me, I didn't mean to say it like that. You can see it taking its toll with the idiocy when they call Tariq show and get on there and act stupid and then try to tell us about our ethnogenesis
You know what it is? It's time
and et cetera,
wasting.
et cetera, et cetera.
Like he said, it's time wasting tellers.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
just wasting your time. Cause like why would I be on your stream? And what is FBA? Oh, did Jesse run for
Like, I'll
what
give them the TBA thing.
what did he run for mayor in Aurora or Denver? Like it's just wasting time just to fuck up your head. You get me?
Yep.
Like why
It's,
would I
it's more,
ask
more,
them dumbass
more
questions?
distraction. You gotta look at all this stuff is more of a distraction than anything.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. It's a damn time wasting
Yep.
distraction.
Yep. And then the fact that we have to get over our reactionist behavior because our first thought is to
Bust them in
react
the head. Bust them in the head.
and then ask questions. First thing we do is talk shit, ask questions, then we simmer down, then we have more questions. If it still isn't suitable, we pass
But
it on.
meanwhile, we could have been cooking the turkey the whole time.
The whole time. You said, yeah, because
Like
it's
we
just
just
fucking normal.
wasted time. We just wasted time reacting to that motherfucker.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna play this next one, okay? And this is good. This is good. Shout out to the creator. Hold on a second. Shout out to the creator. This is what I think. This is like what I've been looking at lately over here on my end when I'm bored. But it's really good. I like this channel. So
Okay.
hold on. He's gonna tell us what all.
Hey, I'm listening. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta step in the office.
Yeah.
Hear me, lady? I'll be right back.
What you buy, what you think, and how you live. We're being programmed every minute of every day, and most people don't know it. My question. None of those are true. Diamonds are rare, right? No, they're not. Depression comes from a chemical imbalance in the brain. Nope. Now, these aren't mistakes or outdated science. These are psychological operations, PSYOPs, designed to control what you buy, what you think, and how you live. We're being programmed every minute of every day, and most people don't know it. But after today, you'll know exactly how you're being manipulated. Because all PSYOPs follow a pattern, and I'm going to show you a simple formula that can detect a PSYOP with scary accuracy. We'll even use it on real cases. But I'm warning you, once you learn the pattern, you'll see it everywhere, and it's going to make you angry.
Matter of fact, you using the whole fist doc?
Hey there, Debunk Daddy-O. I got a little situation here.
No, whatever this is, I don't want any part of it.
Oh, don't be like that. I'm living that jazz life now.
back.
Mellow and world weary charm. I got a Barry sax and everything.
Barry sax?
Baritone saxophone.
I know what a Barry is. What's this about living the jazz life?
Hecklefish and the smooth operators. We've been hitting the clubs every night. Real underground scene. Mostly because the fire marshal shut us down. But the crowd digs me. They say I'm unforgettable.
Why? Because of the music?
Because I won't leave when they close. Listen, gig life ain't cheap. Gas, groceries, shrimp cocktails. The sax may be smooth, but must play in the blues.
And here it comes, the part where you need money.
Yeah, I prefer to call it financial improvisation. Speaking of which, what's the difference between a jazz musician and a large pizza?
What?
A large pizza can feed a family of four. But seriously, can you throw a little dough my way?
Look, why don't you just use Upside? You get cash back for everyday purchases like gas, groceries, and snacks.
Oh, did you just skip up a do-bop, shop it up a woo-bop right in today's sponsor?
Lady
Yep. The holidays are meant for giving, but between road trips, family dinners, and all those grocery and gas runs, that's why I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back on gas, groceries, and dining. It's already given users over $1 billion back. No code for an extra 25 cents back.
I don't know. You might not be allowed at Auntie crib.
This
I
system
don't
is so
know.
simple,
Auntie
but
might
so
not
brutally
let you
effective.
in since you playing
I immediately
ads
said
and
yes. I'll link below to where you can listen to it. It's an 8-part
She'll let
series on
Jesse in, but
PSYOPs.
she ain't gonna let
And
you
Sean
in.
said I can cover PSYOPs however I want it.
Listen, this is good. This is good. I've been running with this all motherfucking week. This is good. Okay, just listen. Just listen. Okay, go ahead, Evie.
So here's where the simulation or the universe or whatever you want to call it comes in. I thought it'd be interesting to talk about something called the NCI Engineered Reality Scoring System. Now, this is a 20-question test designed to detect manipulation. The guy who built it, Chase Hughes, spent 2 decades training military and intelligence personnel. Navy SEALs, CIA, FBI. This guy literally trains the people who run PSYOPs for a living. Now, I followed his work for years, and his system is so simple, but so brutally effective, it completely changed the way I consume news. So I told Sean's team, hey, I'm thinking of covering Chase Hughes and the NCI test. Perfect. Chase is on the show this week. I believe in signs. That was a sign. Now, when creators say this is the video they don't want you to see, it's usually clickbait, and I should know because I've done it. But this truly is information that the people in power don't want you to know. This is the secret sauce, the 11 herbs and spices. Today, we're going to name names, we're going to speak truth to power, and yes, I'm going to expose people you admire.
Why doesn't he say the names
So,
right now?
the NCI test, what is this thing? Well, NCI stands
Why
for...
doesn't he say the names right now? He's going to make us wait an hour.
No, it's like 30 minutes and it's quick. The whole point of this is for you to pay attention and then go do just follow, just pay attention, damn it. This is good.
Okay, I'm going to listen. I'm finna go cook me some eggs, though. I'm going to go cook me some eggs, Lady T.
All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Narrative Credibility Index. And Chase Hughes studied hundreds of psyops, government propaganda, corporate lies, social media manipulation, all of it. And he found 20 patterns that appear consistently in every psyop. Things like timing, emotional manipulation, tribalism, specific messaging. 20 questions, score each 1 through 5. Total above 70, that's a psyop. Below 40, probably legit. Between 40 and 70, that's the most dangerous of all because that's a psyop based around the truth, but with an agenda. And that agenda is never to help you. Okay, that's the scoring system to keep in mind. 0 to 100. Here we go. October 10th, 1990. Now, fossils like me will remember this. A 15-year-old Kuwaiti girl named Maria testified before Congress. She was volunteering at a hospital when Iraqi soldiers stormed in.
The second week after an invasion, I volunteered at the Al-Adan hospital with 12 other women. While I was there, I saw the Iraqi soldiers come into the hospital with guns. They took the babies out of the incubators, and left the children to die on the cold floor. It was horrifying. I could not help but think of my nephew, who, if born premature, might have died that day as well. The Iraqis have destroyed everything in Kuwait. They stripped the supermarkets of food, the pharmacies of medicine, the factories of medical supplies, ransacked their houses, and tortured neighbors and friends.
Now, Congress demanded action. Senators called for war. And a few months later, the United States was at war with Iraq. So let's run the test on that story. Timing, 5 out of 5. Her testimony landed exactly when the Bush administration needed public support for a war that nobody wanted. Emotional manipulation, 5 out of 5. It doesn't get more emotional than dead babies. That's psychological napalm. Uniform messaging, 5 out of 5. Every news outlet told the story the same way, with the same language, same talking points. There was no independent reporting. Missing information, 5 out of 5. There were no other witnesses, no follow-up interviews, no verification allowed. Authority pressure, 5 out of 5. This was congressional testimony, not some rumor on Usenet.
Did you just say Usenet?
It was 1990. A lot of the internet in the 80s and 90s was Usenet, news groups.
No. I know what Usenet is. Let me ask you 2 questions, yeah?
Go ahead.
1, were you on the internet before 1990?
Yes.
2, could you find a date for prom?
No.
Uh-huh.
Now, we could run through all 20 questions for this, but you can already see the pattern. The final score was 88 out of 100. That's an overwhelming sign of a psyop, and that's exactly what it was, though we didn't know it at the time. 10 years later, the truth came out. Naria was the daughter of the Kuwaiti ambassador. There were no dead babies. She was never at the hospital.
It was all part of a campaign to turn Saddam Hussein, at least in the public consciousness, into Adolf Hitler. And the feeling was that they couldn't sell the Gulf War without this. In other words, they had to cheat to win.
The NCI system predicted the lie a decade before anyone admitted to it. Over 100 Americans dead, 500 wounded, 30,000 Iraqis killed, and a bill to U.S. taxpayers of $1.3 trillion. Those closer to $1.9 trillion if you factor in the interest we had to pay to borrow the money to fight a war based on a lie. But where did the lie come from? A company that few Americans have ever heard of, but every politician and business person knows. The first Iraq War was the product of the PR agency Hill and Knowlton. And when you look into the history of Hill and Knowlton, you know what you find? A whole lot of dollars and a whole lot of death. The Gulf War wasn't the first time Hill and Knowlton weaponized public opinion for profit. New York City, winter of 1953. The executives of America's tobacco companies gathered at the Plaza Hotel. They had a problem. Their own scientists had confirmed that cigarettes cause cancer. Their research was simple and clear, and the public was starting to ask questions. And if this information got out, the entire industry would collapse. We're talking billions of dollars, millions of jobs, all gone overnight. So they called in a specialist. John W. Hill, co-founder of Hill and Knowlton, the PR firm that would later orchestrate the lie that dragged us into the Gulf War. Hill understood that doubt was more powerful than truth. People wanted to smoke. They liked smoking. But if it was dangerous, most people would stop. But if it might be dangerous, they'd keep smoking. So Hill and Knowlton worked their strategy. They formed the Tobacco Industry Research Committee, which sounds official and scientific, but it wasn't. The committee existed to create doubt, nothing else.
Ah, yes, doubt. The duct tape of corporate crime. Can't prove it's safe? Make sure nobody can prove it's dangerous either. It's a beautiful thing in a completely evil sort of way.
Hill and Knowlton funded studies designed to muddy the waters. They hired scientists who would testify that more research was needed. They paid for ads saying the health risks weren't proven. And they made sure that phrase was heard over and over. No proof. No proof. Journalists believed they had a responsibility to show both sides. So the media gave equal airtime to tobacco-funded researchers and actual cancer specialists. That made it seem like a fair debate. But it wasn't, because one side was lying. 16 years later, an internal memo from Brown and Williamson spelled out the strategy in one sentence.
Doubt is our product, since it is the best means of competing with the body of fact that exists in the minds of the general public.
Doubt is the product, and the plan worked perfectly for years. So let's score it. Cherry-picked data, 5 out of 5. They only published studies that supported their narrative, studies that showed cancer risks were buried or attacked. Authority overload, 5 out of 5. They recruited credentialed scientists. They created fake research committees. They flooded medical journals with industry-funded papers. Suppression of dissent, 5 out of 5. Scientists who published research linking smoking to cancer were harassed, discredited, or had funding pulled. Financial gain, 5 out of 5. The industry made billions of dollars. So every year of delay meant billions of more dollars.
What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor? Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
The final score, 82 out of 100. Clear signs of a psychological operation. And here's the proof. In the 1990s, whistleblowers leaked 30 million pages of internal tobacco documents. The memos spelled it all out. They knew cigarettes killed people. They knew nicotine was addictive, and they lied for 40 years. The NCI system predicted it decades earlier.
40 years of lying to the public? Those are rookie numbers. The Fed's been doing it since 1913. Audit the Fed!
The fossil fuel industry used the same type of manufactured reality to cast doubt on global warming, which became climate change, which became controversial. And that's perfect. Remember, it doesn't matter if the climate is changing. What matters is that people keep fighting about it. The sugar industry said sugar played no role in diabetes or heart disease. They blamed fat instead. Remember when there was a lot of food labeled low fat that was marketed as healthy? Well, it wasn't healthy at all. And you know what those low-fat products were loaded with? Sugar. Now, opioids might be the most documented corporate psyop in modern history. False claims that OxyContin wasn't addictive. They paid doctors to lie. Scientific studies were written by PR agencies, not by scientists.
A source tells ABC News that Purdue offered a package that could be worth up to $10 to $12 billion. In a statement, the company explains that while Purdue Pharma is prepared to defend itself vigorously in the opioid litigation, it sees little good coming from years of wasteful litigation and appeals.
Different issues, same high NCI scores, same patterns of manipulation used for 100 years. But when those patterns went digital, there would be consequences that nobody predicted. Corporate psyops have been running for decades in print and on TV. Then social media put those same manipulation tactics in everyone's pocket. Ethiopia, November 2021. Professor Mayarig Amare taught chemistry. 60 years old, father of 4. He was Tigrayan living in the Amhara region during the Ethiopian Civil War. That made him a target. A Facebook page with 50,000 followers posted his photo. They called him a junta, accused him of being an enemy. They posted his home address. Now, his son reported the post to Facebook right away, multiple times, begged them to take the post down. No response. 3 weeks later, men followed the professor home from work. They executed him in front of his house. The killers chanted junta as they walked away, the same word from the Facebook posts. 8 days after the murder, Facebook finally responded and removed the posts. 8 days too late. Frances Haugen was a product manager at Facebook. She quit in May 2021, 4 months before this murder. She testified before Congress about what was happening in Ethiopia. She said the platform's algorithm was causing ethnic violence. Posts that made people angry got more engagement. More engagement meant more ad revenue. So the algorithm promoted hate. And everyone with a Facebook account knows this. Facebook employees warned executives the feds are asking questions, but nothing changed. Haugen said that conflicts fueled by Facebook had resulted in hundreds of thousands of deaths across multiple countries.
So there used to be a part of the company that was focused on making sure Facebook was a constructive force in the world, in society. You know, positive force in elections, that kind of thing. And they dissolved it right after the US 2020 election.
So let's score it. Emotional manipulation, 5 out of 5. The posts weaponize hate during a civil war. Uniform messaging, 5 out of 5. The same false claims spread across multiple pages and posts. Financial gain, 4 out of 5. Facebook's algorithm promoted hate because hate generates engagement. Engagement generates ad revenue. Missing information, 5 out of 5. There was no fact-checking, no verification, just viral hate. The final score, 78 out of 100. Strong signs of a psychological operation, but not run by a government, not run by a corporation selling cigarettes, run by an algorithm optimized for profit. Same patterns, same high scores, same deadly consequences. But now we're going to test something harder, because psyops aren't always black and white. Sometimes both sides of an argument use the same manipulation techniques, and that's when things get really dangerous. Algorithms can amplify manipulation from any side. Sometimes that means both sides of a debate score high for psyop tactics. Early 2020, COVID-19 was spreading and the world was shutting down. Scientists scrambled to understand where the virus came from. And 2, the virus changed to humans at a seafood market in Wuhan. This happens. SARS did it, MERS did it. It's called zoonotic spillover, and it's normal. Narrative 2, lab leak from the Wuhan Institute of Virology, a few miles from that market. That lab studied bat coronaviruses. Maybe an accident happened. Both seemed plausible. Both needed investigation. Then on February 19th, 2020, The Lancet published a letter signed by 27 prominent scientists. The letter said anyone who claimed the virus was a lab leak was a conspiracy theorist. That shut down debate immediately.
Anyone can say anything, right? It's conspiracy theories. Everybody has a theory.
The letter showed up on every news network. Social media platforms flagged lab leak posts as misinformation. Some users were thrown off the platforms. One side said natural origin is the only scientific answer. The debate is over. So let's score that campaign. Suppression of dissent, 5 out of 5. Scientists were afraid to discuss lab leak publicly. It was career suicide. Authority overload, 5 out of 5. 27 scientists in the Lancet letter. And a quirky little man named Fauci who worked for the government said that he was the science.
But they're really criticizing science because I represent science.
Uniform messaging, 5 out of 5. Every outlet said the lab leak was a debunked conspiracy theory, word for word.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarmingly, some media outlets simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Missing information. 4 out of 5. Critical details were hidden, like the fact that the letter was organized and signed by Peter Daszak. His organization, EcoHealth Alliance, funded research at the Wuhan lab. He did not disclose that, but his emails prove it. Financial gain, 4 out of 5. If the lab leak was true, funding for gain-of-function research would be at risk. So the Natural Origin is Settled Science campaign scored 70 out of 100. That's a PSYOP score. But now score the other side, the lab leak. Those supporters said the lab leak was obvious. Anyone who denied it was a shill or an asset for the Chinese Communist Party. Authority overload, 5 out of 5. Politicians and commentators were saying settled science before any real investigations were complete. Tribal division, 5 out of 5. They made it a political issue. And by the way, that's how I knew COVID was a PSYOP from the start. Anytime you see an issue politicized that initially wasn't, it's probably intentional. Remember, at first, all we cared about was a cure or a treatment, but we needed to know the origin of the virus to fight it. But suddenly a health issue became a political issue. Cherry-picked data, 4 out of 5. Lab leak supporters only discussed research that supported their side. Emotional manipulation, 4 out of 5. Anger at China. COVID is a political issue. Turned Americans against each other. The lab leak is obvious campaign scored 66 out of 100. Again, that's a PSYOP score. Both sides scored high. You were being manipulated from both directions. Now, the NCI system doesn't know which side is right. It doesn't care. It tells you when someone is trying to control what you think. High scores on both sides of an issue mean you never get an honest debate. You get information warfare. Look for the patterns. They are there. And they apply to everything controversial from 100 years ago to right now. For example, let's talk about UFOs. The same manipulation patterns appear in every controversial topic, including UFO disclosure. January 2025, Jake Barber stepped forward as a whistleblower. Former Air Force Special Ops, combat control, helicopter pilot. He told News Nation he worked on secret UFO retrieval missions for 30 years. Barber described flying a helicopter to recovery sites, lifting objects from the ground. One night, he got within 150 feet of something he'd never seen before. An egg-shaped craft, white, metallic, about the size of an SUV, no engine, no thermal signature. News Nation verified his credentials. 3 other military vets backed up his story on camera. Russ Coldhart, the journalist covering it, said the footage was about to change everything. But he said that before. This is why I'm skeptical of UFO whistleblowers. Their stories always have high PSYOP scores. So let's score Jake Barber. Timing, 5 out of 5. The story broke in January right before Trump's inauguration, during massive drone sightings over military bases, the perfect moment for maximum attention. Overuse of novelty, 5 out of 5. Look for hyperbolic words and phrases like unprecedented, groundbreaking, could change the world. Uniform messaging, 4 out of 5. Non-human craft, non-human biologics, government secrecy. All news reports use the same wording. Financial gain, 5 out of 5. Barber formed a company called Skywatchers LLC around the time he came out as a whistleblower. His company will conduct scientific studies of anomalous aerial phenomena. Now, we don't know whether he'll charge a fee for this, but get ready to have your mind blown. He's working on a book.
There's always a book.
There's always a book. Missing information, 4 out of 5. News Nation teased footage but showed very little of it. There's no way to verify it. Cherry-picked data, 4 out of 5. Jake Barber doesn't have the training for covert ops, but he says he'll testify under oath. Also, that video footage, it wasn't his.
And spaceship that looks like it belongs to Mork from Ork, 5 out of nanu.
The score, 63 out of 100. Strong likelihood of a PSYOP. But here's the complication. A high score means manipulation, not true or false. The reality of UFOs comes down to one of 3 things. One, disclosure is real, but it's being packaged, meaning the government is revealing the truth, but using PSYOP techniques to control how, when, and what we're allowed to know. Option 2, it's a full PSYOP. Classified aircraft testing needs a cover story. UFOs are perfect. As long as we're debating whether a craft is from Zeta Reticuli or Lisa, we're not asking Lockheed or Raytheon what they're up to. Option 3, it's a distraction. Remember all the drones flying over the bases for weeks? That was the real story. But a UFO story pops up and captures attention. And notice how the drone story just vaporized? Since 2017, this disclosure narrative has been building. David Grush, Lou Elizondo, congressional hearings, leaked videos. Each story scores high for manipulation tactics, but each could still contain some truth. And that's the gray area, where facts and psyops blend together, where high scores don't give you easy answers. The NCI score shows you how information is delivered. You still have to decide whether you believe it or not. And that's what makes this so hard. Who can you trust to tell you the truth?
We see people going out on podcasts and stuff that have talking points from the government.
Do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
So this is 33 was the first documented?
That is the earliest one I can talk about. Yeah.
There's something that predates that?
You could infer that.
And if you have someone that has talking points from the government, that's a spokesperson, not a whistleblower. If I'm sitting here and I say, well, I can't say this, but I can tell you this one thing, that's a controlled government release of information.
Psychological operations are weapons being used against you. So use the NCI scoring system as a countermeasure to manipulation. It's a 20-point test. That's it. It's just a number. No partisan politics, no agenda. Download it now and start using it on news coverage, corporate messaging, government statements, social media campaigns, anything. Once you see the pattern, you'll see it everywhere. Every news story will look suspicious. Every expert will seem bought. And everything you hear will sound manufactured. And that's exactly what the real power in America wants. They want us suspicious of each other. They want us divided, because that division creates paralysis. And that is a meta-psyop. Now, I want you to really hear what I'm about to tell you. Every time you fight about politics on Facebook or X or anywhere, you are being manipulated. So stop it. Remember, anger gets more clicks. And Americans hating each other means we're not watching the powerful, and we're not asking the real questions.
Like what really happened to Epstein.
I told you we're not going to...
Release the files!
But that's exactly my point. We need to focus on the things that unite us, not divide us.
Yeah, what you talking about, human?
Think of it this way. Two neighbors. One is a stuffy conservative. The other is a bleeding heart liberal. Now, those two neighbors have very different views on abortion, education, guns, just about everything. So they fight about all those things.
Yeah, I think I had those guys over for Thanksgiving. Exhausting, sheesh.
Right. But you know what those two neighbors with very different political opinions want? They both want to know the truth about UFOs. They both want to know the truth about COVID.
The truth about Epstein!
That's exactly right. It's that simple. That's what unites us. The truth.
Well, that and bacon.
You're stepping all over my dramatic ending, pal.
I'm just saying, everybody loves bacon. Let's start a Bacon Unites movement. Pork, nature's candy.
Psychological operations are running all around us all the time. Everyone is trying to control how you think. But I gave you a tool to fight back, and I showed you how it works. What you do now is up to you. And I don't think I can end with a better message than Sean does in his own PSYOP series.
This series started by asking who is pulling the strings. Maybe the real question should be, why do we keep handing them over?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. My name is AJ. There's Hecklefish.
Yes, but...
This has been the Y-Files. If you had fun or learned anything, do him a favor, like, subscribe, comment, share. I've said this a few times before. Those buttons really help the channel. And like every topic we cover here, today's was recommended by you. This one was recommended by a lot of folks, actually. And I'm glad. I've been wanting to do this for a while. So if there's a story you'd like to see, go to theyfiles.com/tips or email us, catch us on Discord. You can reach us in a bunch of ways, and we're always looking for topic ideas, so reach out.
Okay, so yeah, I've been looking at everything. Well, I actually was like already looking at shit like this, of like got this fucking programming, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I didn't like it, you know. So I was like, when that episode came out, I was like, that is like, you know, a psyop type esque thing. And that's what I was mainly referring to it. What's happening in our city in Denver. A whole bunch of fuck shit had happened, so I just was not cool with that. Okay, let's see. Thought that was pretty interesting. Hold on, Ray. Let me get over there for a second. Hold on. Like 3 more. I like Ray.
Because I know her first name is Megan, but she really gave the R. Kelly defense.
Do you like teenage girls? When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, I remember they
Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. You know, it's just whatever. It's sick. Because every time we start talking about Epstein, it makes your skin crawl. You right? The whole thing is.
It's one thing that we, you know, laugh and can giggle about certain things like UFOs and space aliens and fucking somebody coming down to get us, right? It's one thing. It's another thing when there's funding and shit provided for it, you know, and you got these motherfuckers lying, talking about they found an alien spacecraft or this or that. You know, they've been lying to us for so long, they don't know when to tell the truth or when not to tell the truth. So you just know that that's just the way things are. Lies upon lies upon lies. Nobody gets punished, even if they go to the hearings and they're fronted with lies. No one gets punished. No one loses a position at that level. You know what I mean? So as I think it's like might as well just say, oh, good entertainment. It's good entertainment. It's not gonna help in any way. We're not gonna change any policies, but just be entertained. That's what I feel like I'm watching them hearings for. That they're not like whistleblowers or anything like that. They're just creating more distraction. And it's one thing we run off with it and laugh and giggle for a couple of days. It's another thing that they continue perpetrating a fucking lie on any level. You know what I mean? And then have whole hearings. It's like, God, like, I wonder nothing's getting done. It's not going to get done either. It's like this next 3 years is going to be hell to pay. Hell to pay. So this is how it's turning out anyway. So just sit back and keep watching.
It's disgusting.
Totally.
What in the hell?
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Megyn Kelly. I mean, really, we was just here.
Virtually every woman I know, every woman spends a shit ton of time on her hair and wants it to look better than God made it. It's not a black thing, it's a human thing, and it's especially a woman thing, but she's always reducing everything to race.
Now what we got going on, LOL, they've renamed her to Megyn R. Kelly. I wish. She not gonna go down that route. Step. Yeah, we don't talk about him. Step. In the name of love. All right, it seems like you're ready. Let's see what this is about. Megyn Kelly concedes latest Trump Epstein emails, quote, sound bad. Why didn't Trump just release these? Former Fox News host turned right of center podcaster Megyn Kelly conceded on Thursday that the latest Epstein email dumps from House Democrats and Republicans sound bad for Trump. Kelly also questioned why Trump didn't just release these when he had a chance to get ahead of the scandal. She gonna be the last one. She gonna be the last one. They're gonna be turning the lights out on this administration and the annals of history, and you just gonna see two eyes poking out with a gang of foundation asking about where she can find Barack Obama. Like that, that's how this is all gonna end. I don't know, Megyn Kelly. Why don't you tell me why he wouldn't just release these and tell me why a kid who didn't bring home their report card that they swore was all A's.
Why do you know every R. Kelly song? R. Kelly stay up the street from me.
I'm gonna go down to the school. We got that party planned for his all A's, but he didn't bring his report card home. So I'm gonna go down to the school and I'm gonna get his all A report card and I'm gonna bring it back so we can all celebrate it. Now I see why Don Lemon said what he said about your man. Now I see. Because if you was married to Megyn Kelly, you could pretty much do anything, apparently. She ain't gonna believe it. She ain't gonna believe it.
Maybe people would like you and the women would like you more if you weren't such what you said about my former colleague. And by the way, Megyn, let me just say something. Deal with your own house and tell your husband to stop looking at my husband across the room. It's weird.
Yeah, I got text message receipts.
That's disgusting.
Of your husband contacting other women. Why wouldn't he just release these? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't he just release it? I'm not gonna believe it until he releases it. Then I'm gonna believe it.
There's no unity there.
Oh, there's more? Kelly and her guest, News Nation host Badya Ungar Sargon, later tried to defend Trump by arguing that Epstein was the one interacting with underage girls, while it appeared Trump only interacted with them once Epstein was done with them and they were older.
Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks.
Well, this should be trash.
We have not seen some slew of young women come forward to say, me too, on Donald Trump them or having paid for sex with them when they were barely legal or otherwise. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah, in fact, at that same press conference, the lawyer for a group of the women actually said Jeffrey Epstein would prey upon women when they were underage, true and disgusting and horrible. And then the lawyer said, and when they came of age and he was no longer interested in them, he would then pass them on. So there was no pedophilia ring. There was a pedophile who did unspeakable things to vulnerable girls, and then they would age out of Jeffrey Epstein's pedophilic interests, at which point he would then start to pass them around to his friends, meaning that there were not actual crimes committed by anybody beyond. There's a ring. There's a file
like
and a
college
bunch
to
of
me.
friends who were getting massages at that point from
Sound
women
like
who
college.
were no longer underage. This is from the lawyer at that press conference. So I think that kind of dispels a lot of the salaciousness of the story. People are like, where is the justice for the victims? The justice is one of the people who did unspeakable things to them died in prison, and the other one is still in prison. So they got their justice. And the whole ring idea, I think, has been wildly blown out of proportion for these political reasons.
I don't know about ring.
Oh, I know about ring. It sounds like a cover-up ring is what it sounds like. So if I got you straight, now we want to absolve everybody that was around Jeffrey Epstein, because being a party to women that are passed on from the PDF isn't illegal and certainly not problematic at all. That is, of course, assuming that no favors or funds were exchanged, because certainly that would be illegal. So we're just in the general vicinity, in the company, at the home of, on the plane of the man who was the PDF. And we conveniently just waited until everything was above board and made sure not to exchange anything to not break the law in that regard. That's how far down the pier they are on this one. And by the way, she did mention that's according to the lawyer. Now, what is it that lawyers do exactly? Lawyers defend their client. Are lawyers in the business of trying to present both sides? Are lawyers in the business of trying to achieve justice for society? No, they're in the business of defending their client. Looks like one's getting some work right now. Hey, best of luck to you. Lawyers are in the business of pushing a very specific agenda which benefits their client. And what you have here is a News Nation host, and that moniker is hilarious. What you have is a News Nation host parroting what a lawyer said. So thank you, News Nation, for coming on down and being a part of this whole ring. And if you think that absolving everybody around Jeffrey Epstein was as far as Megyn Kelly was willing to go,
nope.
Oh, you don't know her pick-me game at all. Megyn Kelly suggests Epstein wasn't an actual PDF if victims went through puberty. Conservative host Megyn Kelly suggested she didn't initially believe Epstein was an actual PDF because he reportedly victimized girls age 15 and older. I wouldn't have believed it if there wasn't video.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a this is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby.
Okay, it's definitely disgusting and you're not making excuses for it, but you're giving a pretty lengthy explanation for it. So why would we be hearing this if you're not making it? You're going to have to do a lot of cleaning up on the back end of this one.
That is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it, now they call it, on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual, I mean, only a gets off on young videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what's true about him.
I don't
but
see what there is to
we
laugh
have
about,
yet to see
this.
anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10. I was under 14 when I first came within his purview. Look, you can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. You know, it's just whatever.
There's a definition for that word, right? There's a definition for that word. Like, she's explaining, yeah. You like the little 17-year-old, like just right under college. That's a different thing than like people that haven't even grow armpit hairs type shit. Like the PDF files, that's a whole different thing. That's like, eesh, you like children. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's disgusting. But even if you like, you know, the little college girls, that's still crazy too. But that's not the same thing as that's not the same thing.
No, it's not. And it's still fucking you know, they separate them by certain laws in certain states, but these are motherfuckers that know good and goddamn well
what they're doing is incorrect.
What they're doing is fucking wrong. What they're passing along, whatever, is fucking wrong. Where they're going away from this, everybody, is fucking wrong. It's not like, you know, your girlfriend's 17, she's about to be
You're right.
18,
There are rich people on a plane flying people out to an island and shit.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah, this is fucking wrong. This is all the way wrong. Right? And you have rich motherfuckers paying to do that kind of type of shit. Right? So it makes it really bad. They gotta go all the way to some other other little away
to an island. You gotta fly jets and go to an island to do this shit.
Get on boats and shit. Yeah. Yeah. Because they you know
it's
how
not
wrong
like we
it is?
just it's not
You
like
know
we
how
just
wrong it is?
we fell
Everybody
asleep at a
knows-
bar or some shit.
No, you know how wrong it is? Is that they got
that's terribly wrong.
And booked it and left the fucking United States to go do whatever the fuck they wanted to with nobody watching, no supervision, and did this, and then came back and justified it with "I'm white and I say so," and we're gonna just stretch it to the ultimate pushing the envelope, but not pushing the envelope, and we'll send fucking bitch face Megyn Kelly to fucking sell it to white
Well,
women.
she wasn't 15. She was 18. But
Yeah, they, you know,
what the fuck is that?
Above passing. What is above passing? Because I mean, I was like I was born in the 80s, right? And in 91, you know, fucking, you know, all hell broke loose in my body, and it started to look like a fucking woman. Okay, does that not mean that I was only 11 years old?
Right.
I was 11 fucking years old. Didn't mean for that. That's just the way the universe plays games, right? Didn't mean for my body to start making all these weird little calls and judgments and, you know, do whatever it does, right? But I'm still 11 years old.
Oh, but you get what I'm saying?
Little girl.
No, you get what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Megyn is making the point that Jeffrey would have liked you before you popped out.
Right.
You get me? Which is even more disgusting. Which is even more disgusting. That's even more disgusting to me.
Well, where's the parents and all this shit? Are they getting the kick down for vacations? Hey, I like your kids so much.
Right. Well, remember what they said? They said a lot of R. Kelly, the girls, you know what I'm saying, that was dealing with R. Kelly, their parents was in on it.
That's like being sold off.
Pretty much.
And see a little bit of money, and you know this dude's like, oh yeah, give her a career, right?
Yeah, you can kick it with Kels.
Kels keeps the lights on everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? So
it's a bunch of ghetto women that would do that to their children.
Right, and these are the same types that we've heard about, where they
not just black women, white women that do it too.
Right, so for a little bit of bread to get out of something or whatever, to sell their organs, is a lot. Like sometimes motherfuckers be like, "Watch your family, watch your family, watch your family." You know, even though it wasn't all the family, it was just one or two that may give you the fucking heebie-jeebies or the creeps. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In the case of being like a little girl, motherfucker could be as grown in their physical body, but still be mentally a child until they come to fucking full-term adult. Like I was 11 years old, I stayed 12 years old, then I had a 13. I had to grow up really fucking fast at that point. You know what I mean? But in my mind, I'm a 13-year-old little girl that's out running that has to do this, run the streets and fucking do something else because I couldn't go home after that. You know what I mean? Like I went into the system. But I'm a little fucking girl. You'll hear me talk about little girls. I'll be like, oh, she's only 15. That's still a little girl. That's still a little girl.
My daughter's 22 and my daughter's 22 and to me she's still a little girl.
Like I look at the one that I kicked out, kicked to the curb. She's barely 22 years old. In my eyes, that little brat is still a little girl. You know what I mean? And one that deserves to get slapped early because she's talking to motherfuckers all crazy like she can. You know what I mean? And you don't talk to people crazy unless you're willing to, unless you're about it.
Unless you're about to stand on that crazy shit.
Yeah, you stand on that.
Where's your gun? Where's your gun? You talking crazy, you better stand on it.
Stand on it. You dig? But I'm like, these are like, the way they're making it sound is, so trivial. You know what I mean? When I was, TBA was covering it, is that this doesn't shock me at all. The gay agenda doesn't shock me because that's just been going hard for 30-some years. As long as I've been alive, these motherfuckers begging and talking shit about women in bathrooms and women in sports, men in sports, and all this other shit.
I like what TBS said the other day.
Yeah.
When he said, "This is how it should be." Somebody has to take over, right?
Right.
My daddy's my daddy, but
yeah.
I'm the firstborn in the family, both sides. Somebody has to take over, right?
Right.
Daddy can't run it forever.
Nope.
You get me? If you and Jesse have baby, right?
Right.
Baby Che got to take over one day. Jesse can't run it forever. Lady
Right.
Che can't run it forever.
No.
Right?
Right. And eventually, if you did good, your kid will be able to run themselves efficiently. You know
and you'll be happy to hand it over.
Right, because they'll be able to
here go the microphone. Here go the microphone, baby Lady Che.
Yeah, the motherfucking dangers in the street, they're fully aware. You know, things like that. They're not being groomed or programmed and fucking listen to. I mean, I left a little comment on TBA's page about social media and
Why Jesse sound like Tyreek dog though?
Sleepy?
Nah, snoring and shit. He sound like Tyreek dog.
God, man, because he's tired. It's cold.
I got my headphones in, so I'm in the studio. I can hear this shit. Oh my God, damn it. There you go, Jesse.
The dog's up there. The dog crawled up there just to stay warm and shit. The dog snores too like that. I was like, God damn. I don't know. I'm talking shit,
I can hear all that. I can hear all this. That just because I got my headphones on, though, Lady Che.
No, you can hear it. He's right behind me.
Right. I hear all that. I'm like, damn, is that Tyreek's dog or is that just, damn it?
That's Jesse and the Rottweiler sleeping on the foot of the bed.
Oh,
snoring,
Lord.
Kicking her feet, too, like she's chasing something.
Don't let me go get Bugsy from outside.
Dude, what are you gonna do with it?
You're like, meow, meow.
Our kittens gotten big over the last couple of days. I was holding Amaru. I was like, God damn, man, you heavy ass fucking cat. Heavy in the bottom, huh? Heavy in the bottom. I picked him up and I was like, God, he has a luxurious ass coat. And I was trying to pick up, trying to see Khalifa, but she was hiding. But I was like, God damn, he's big. I just seen him 3 days ago. You're like he had a growth spurt.
My cat big as hell, but he wouldn't even fight the possum outside.
Hey, it's because you know what? I think that particular type, the ones with the gray stripes, are the ones. Yeah, them motherfuckers probably have like alley cat numbers, something like that. Tomcat, because you're gonna see the real tomcat.
Big as hell. I mean, like he's big as hell. He'll
Big
climb on my car. He'll climb on the garbage can and everything, and just stand there like it.
He is unruly. He has no manners.
Right, but he's scared of the possums that be eating his food. I'm like, are you gonna let this motherfucker eat your food?
Does he have his nails?
Yes.
Oh, you need to take him out. Go take some fighting toys out there with him, so he can get his
outside. Like I mean, he's outside, and it's a cat that's a little bit smaller. Like this cat, like my cat is like 30, 40 pounds, right?
For real?
And
like they get that big?
Well, I don't know if that big, but like he's heavy, right? He's a big cat. You know what I mean? For a house cat. He's big for a house cat.
He's
you get
big.
me? He's almost the size of a small mountain lion.
Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like that.
But he be letting possums and raccoons eat his food.
Yeah, he gotta
go fight these motherfuckers. I'm like, man, Lady Che, look, just like I told Jesse. If I give you $20, if I buy you a train ticket to come out here and give you $20, right? And you talking about, I'm hungry, somebody stole my $20, I couldn't eat on the train. I'm like, what the fuck happened, Lady Che? What? Who took your $20?
I'm gonna go eat off every white person's plate.
Right, well, you ain't gonna let nobody take your $20. FBA, we don't do that. Who took your $20? Yeah, I'm gonna buy you another ticket, and you gonna go find that nigga.
Or fight him on the same train.
You get me? You gonna go find him, motherfucker.
I'm gonna eat off of every white person's tray too. I'm gonna go sit and make small talk and grab biscuits and whatever else they're fucking eating, crumpets and shit.
Well, we don't
I was
do
like,
that shit.
I gotta make it worth the $20. While I'm over there looking for the motherfucker that took it. First of all, it would never
Man,
happen.
I'm
to me.
finna go pay
You
$200
can't
to
get
make you
shit
go
off of
find
me.
that $20.
I'm
You
not
know
like
that's how
that.
this FBA do it. Man, shit. You better go
Is it,
find that
like, I
money.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I don't want to hear nobody's mouth, so I have to stick it in my bra. I'll find it eventually.
You'd have probably stole $20 from somebody else. Be like, yep,
Goddamn
I get
right.
my $20 right.
Goddamn right.
mind.
See, that's what
Never mind. Never mind.
I'm like, shit, I know how to get out of this motherfucker. I'm Jack girl. Shit, what you talking about?
Right.
I gotta get out. You never know what's gonna happen when I get off the train.
But you're not allowed to come here without that $20 or a full belly.
Word.
You get me? Like you
You'll
better
record it. You'll be like,
either
look.
have that $20 or you better be full. You get me with the itis. Cause I
Hell
don't
no,
want to hear about no missing $20.
I haven't been on the train, but I can imagine you having a decent sized meal and going to sleep and fucking forgetting your stop. You know what I mean?
Oh, that be happening.
I'm
on the where I'm at, Lady T. Like if you take the metro all the way from Chicago, I'm like 2-3 stops from the end of the line. Right. So like Olympia Fields, like 211th Street, Route 30. That's why I'm 30 crew. CRU, 30 crew.
Right.
But like if I fall asleep coming from the city, oh man, it's like 3-4 stops. And then I gotta catch a $20 Uber back to the crib.
Man, the Ubers.
Oh, wait there till the morning for the train to turn around.
Uber and DoorDash be getting the motherfucker, that's for sure. Yeah, they're not for the poor. All right, let me replay that. Let me finish playing this.
Okay.
But I
And
don't
you
want
know
to
I
hear
am DoorDash. I am DoorDash and Uber.
I know. I know. I had a car. I'd be doing something too. Actually,
I gotta fix my transmission. Then I come out and visit y'all.
I gotta fix my whip, my little power chair, dude, because it's about to snow. Jesse made some pretty fucking valid points today. I was like, I forgot these motherfucking these owners. They never want to sweep the motherfucking the sidewalk, and everybody parks up on the sidewalk, so it's always contentious. They never want to do the fucking parking lot. I was like, oh my god, man, he's right. He's so right. All right, yeah.
That's why I like living in apartments, because then I don't have to shovel though.
I am in an apartment, but they do gotta
That's
still
why I
do it.
like living in apartments, because I don't have to shovel. If I'm over
They
here
gotta
at the
do it
office
because
at my mama's house, I gotta go shovel her driveway and shit.
I'm the only one in this building that has 88 and that needs a 88 acceptable fucking parking lot. It's not 88 acceptable. I'm the only one that's disabled as I am. Here, okay, let's play it. Come on, fucking play. Okay.
It won't play because he ain't got no
I
mustache.
said she could go further. I didn't think she would go that far. I didn't think she would go because they did the whole absolving everybody around Epstein. He was the monster, but everybody else was just innocently taking girls that were passed on. They were sitting there just waiting on a clock to run out. I thought she could go further than that. I didn't, in fact, think that she would go this far. Just to recap. What we have seen so far, we have seen pictures of them partying together. We've seen pictures of Melania and Epstein as well. We've seen the birthday book. We have heard about the Polaroids being dropped on the table. We just heard about the DOJ telling the GOP that the Epstein files were worse than we thought. We heard about him Trump spending hours with the accuser. And we also have the preferential treatment that's been granted to Ghislaine Maxwell. And you want to ask why he wouldn't have just released these things absolve everybody around Jeffrey Epstein, and now we're working on absolving Epstein himself. That is the lengths that Megyn Kelly is willing to go to carry Donald Trump's water. One thing, Megyn Kelly is not a reporter. A reporter would at least go to Google and discover the age of consent is between 16 and 18 in all 50 states. 15 is statutory. Yes, that is correct. There is a difference when it comes to school. There certainly is a difference between 15 and 8 when it comes to sports. Not the law. Not the law. And that's what we're talking about here. Does Megyn Kelly have a daughter? Chris Hansen would like a word. And Child Protective Services might want to check in on the Megyn Kelly household. Apparently, some of the very clear lines that we have drawn in society, she's willing to redraw just so she can keep her proximity to power.
Dear Megyn Kelly and any other woman who is going to attempt to reclassify, redefine the type of predator that Jeffrey Epstein was, this is for you. When you say that there's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old, of course there is. What is not different is that they are both children, okay? Mm-hmm. Just so that you are aware, child is typically defined when the child is under the age of 13 and the perpetrator is at least 5 years older than they are, okay? Or if that child is over the age of 13 and still a minor, and the perpetrator is 10 years or more older than them. So no matter how you slice this very disgusting cake you are trying to serve, Jeffrey Epstein and anyone else that engaged in this atrocious activities with him, including Ghislaine, they are child. I'm not going to argue semantics with you over philia, but child predators is absolutely what they are. I hope that clears it up. And God in heaven, I hope you don't have daughters.
And by the way, that's not going to be new information to Megyn Kelly. Oh no, she has acknowledged just how problematic these kinds of relationships are in the past. So what we can draw is a distinction from who she was and who she's become.
You know, you feel as a victim, you feel a victim. To people who are going to be out there, because you know some are going to judge and say you were 15, you were 16, you were 17, you were a willing participant. Again, the legal age of consent in California is 18, so there's no consenting for a 14 or even a 17-year-old in these circumstances.
If you think about it, Roger Ailes was actually a gentleman. He only liked women of legal age. Now, we're not allowed to mention or acknowledge that, no, because that would make her look bad for trying to slut shame other women on the other side of the aisle. You know, the old school pick me Megyn Kelly behavior. That's just something on her pick me resume, trying to slut shame other women when she went through the whole Roger Ailes thing. And don't even make me Brit Hume. No, we not. I know about the whole, I know. No, because I couldn't sleep for weeks behind that Brit Hume. So no, we're not going to bring that up.
Here you're working your tail off, and now there's this rumor swirling that you and Brit Hume having an affair. They're calling you Hume Wrecker. What were you thinking?
But what I will bring up is this isn't even the first time Megyn Kelly has tried to make this kind of argument.
I had a couple of
conversation with somebody very close to the Epstein case, like very close to it, who shall go nameless.
Okay, first things first, which definitely needs to be acknowledged, and shout out to Michael Harriet. I have a very good friend who knows almost everything about this ring. Is wild statements. It is. Not only do you have this friend, apparently you regularly converse with this friend, and you don't see anything wrong with repeating what this friend is telling you. Those are, you know, those are problems I don't have. I can tell you that right now. Now I'm good without the information.
And this person swore to me.
Acosta?
No, that there's
He could talk too. He knows shit too.
That
Lady Tay.
he
I gotta go to
wasn't
sleep.
this quote that he was into like
so I can listen to you. But I'm finna go to sleep. My bad.
All right,
I'm tired.
No, that's cool. It's good. It's good. It's late. It's early too. We'll talk later on in the day. Have a good
All
night.
right, thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for coming on.
All right, I'll let you, and then poke Jesse for me too. Tell him I said what's up.
All right, we'll do. All right. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
17-year-old girls.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that wasn't exactly his thing. And that pretty much every famous celebrity was
doing
friends
the
with
same
him
thing. Yeah.
and went on his jet.
Yeah.
But that at most, all they were getting was like the so-called massages from these 16, 17-year-olds, as opposed to like a ring.
Yeah.
Now, I don't,
16, 17 is for me.
Well, at least Andrew Schultz had the decency to back away. I can't even give you that, Megyn Kelly, because this is where we sit today.
Megyn Kelly got on Fox and was like, it's not like Epstein like 5-year-olds, not even 8-year-olds. Some of these girls were 15 and a half. And I have to know, who does she think that was for? Like, who was on the fence? Like, oh, they weren't in kindergarten, they're 15. Oh, well, okay, that's fine. Who was that? Who was your target when you said that?
Trump was her audience. That was an audience of one. She's willing to throw away the goodwill and the trust of everybody that has believed in her to make sure she communicates her willingness to pick me. Let's make that clear.
Megyn Kelly is not very nuanced. So one of the few times she brings up nuance is when discussing, I'm going to side-eye you. That's gross.
Megyn Kelly has all the nuance of an insecure bull in a china shop. She has all the nuances of Trump destroying the East Wing of the White House to build a ballroom during a government shutdown. That's all the nuance that she has.
Yeah, really done anything else.
Because a child is something that's very black and white, or black then white, if you're talking about Michael Jackson. No, just
oh my God.
He was acquitted, but I have questions. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, who is on the fence anymore? Not even with just the Epstein thing, but like.
That's right. He's right. Hold on, Philly. They got like one or two more. And then we'll maybe, yeah, because it'll be coming into whoa. Hold on one second, Philly. Okay. All right, my fault. I guess, oh boy, whatever his name is, the new mayor of New York, or mayor-elect, I think, that's how you say it correctly, I think, was in the Oval Office with Trump, I guess. So I kind of want to see what that's about. So I thought he was part of the furniture. Let's see. I catch up with everybody else. Twin, where you been at, buddy? Where you been at? No, really, where you been at? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm creeping in on a broadcast, which is only gonna be a short one today. Because I had to creep in. There wasn't a really good time. There was plenty of times that were available to me. Because, just to correct that. Was plenty of times that I could have jumped in and did a RVA, except when I come home, I fall into like a deep, deep, dark fucking depression. I have no idea what that's about. I'm eating all the pretzels Jesse didn't eat. Anyway, so that's why I haven't done it. And maybe sometime this month coming up, in December, everything should be, I'm going to turn back on the internet and get back to normal. So everybody will see me in the chats and stuff. Like, I'm there, but I'm there in like ghost presence, It makes no sense. We're both watching the same damn thing. And he's typing and I'm typing too. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Plus I'm trying to keep up with it and I mess it all up. So I'm in a little dark place. Nothing really serious. I'm just watching TV and doing some pondering. So it's cold as hell out. So there's a lot of things I gotta take accountability about. Like take note. I didn't mean to say accountability. I have to take notice because it's about to snow. Don't try to get everything done because I'm not sure if we'll both be snowed in, and neither of us like to be snowed in. So, contrary to popular belief, I will miss him. Let's get to it. So, glad to see you in here, twin. We were asking about you earlier on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. So, yeah, I'm glad to see you're back. Wonder where you've been. All right. Let's see. What? What? Is it? He's stupid. Is this because he called her a traitor? Jesus. That's, Nope. So was old Madani over here kissing Trump's ass because he knew he couldn't do it? Can't make all those crackhead pipe dreams a reality without the work of everybody else? That's my question. Like, why was it? It's my question. So many questions. Oh. You can't hear it? Let me see. You can't hear it? It's playing. Hold on. Whatever. The water's down. What's the water? Awesome. Let's see if it does it now. Hold on. Hold on, because it's pretty loud. Well, not. I think it's a urine. Okay, that's where it's off. Now. Oh my God.
Who wants to nationalize grocery stores and wants to arrest Netanyahu, hates the Jewish people, hates the Indian population.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Nothing.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And then moreover, think of the children.
Okay, because try one more thing.
And you're worried about somebody getting $6 a day to eat, and the real welfare queen is like Elon Musk, who gets $8 million a day from the federal government.
And there's no place in the world that could compete against New York City, right? No one could compete against New York City, and yet, then you have a socialist, you have a communist, however you want to label him, who wants to nationalize grocery stores and wants to arrest Netanyahu, hates the Jewish people, hates the Indian population.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And then moreover, think of the children. Think of Fox News.
Donald Trump is blessed with the best enemies. The minute Nancy Pelosi leaves San Francisco, Kami Mandami comes into New York City. Muslim, immigrant, short, beard. He wants to legalize prostitution, injection sites, government-run grocery stores. I cannot wait to send Johnny there. What is a government-run grocery store? Nobody even knows. The guy can't even bench press 135 pounds. He's going to be mayor of New York City. Was he going to throw out the first pitch at a Yankee game? Let's see it. What is he going to go to a funeral when one of these NYPD officers passes away? I doubt it. Could you see him standing next to Donald Trump on 9/11? Absolutely not. This guy's in way over his head.
He's gonna cry in the car.
Think of J.D. Vance. What must J.D. Vance have been thinking as he saw you fawn over Zora Mamdani like that? Just mascara running all down his face, looking like right in the middle of one of those after school specials when it all falls apart. Just horrible. I mean, really, you couldn't have glazed him anymore. Everything from his campaign.
One thing in common, we want this city of ours that we love to do very well. And I wanted to congratulate the mayor. He really ran an incredible race against, a lot of smart people.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Starting with the early primaries against some very tough people, very smart people. And he beat them easily. And I congratulated him.
Just out here lying, talking about he ran against some very smart people. You know Curtis Lewa was in that race.
You're glazing me. Don't be glazing me. Because if you're under 30, Cuomo's always flirty. I got arrested 81 times. I know what it's like to be the target of over excessive policing or targeting you. You have to have a balance. The other thing, I'll see police officers. I don't know if they're adding to their Facebook what they had that morning for breakfast or sexting or texting, but it sure has nothing to do with policing. You're glazing me. Don't be glazing me.
You know good and well Curtis Lewa was in that race. He ran against some very smart people. And now all of a sudden, when he was going to ruin the city, y'all agree a lot more than you thought.
Go ahead, please.
You're a billionaire. You have a different address nowadays than you used to, but you used to call New York City home. Would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration?
Yeah, I would. I really would. Especially after the meeting. Absolutely.
What makes you comfortable?
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought. I think I want him to do a great job. And we'll help him do a great job.
What do you mean by that?
Let's talk about my people. You know, the kind that end up in all kinds of internet rabbit holes. And next thing you know, you signed up for a free foot cream. You know, for my wife, of course. Now your inbox is flooded with spam. These phishing emails, texts, and calls are so convincing because scammers use your personal information. And employers, landlords, and yes, even random strangers.
But no, I feel very comfortable. I would feel very, very comfortable being in New York, and I think much more so after the meeting.
Although I do kind of feel the one comment that you gave when they asked, would you feel comfortable in a Mamdani? You just happy to be back in the city.
A lot of you are confused about Trump's meeting with Mamdani today. Why was Trump acting like that? Because at the end of the day, Trump is a New Yorker and he's proud. This kid, Mamdani, came out of nowhere. He went to a public school in New York City. Trump is from Queens. Like, if you're from Queens, your whole identity is making it big. All we want to do is try to make it big. Mamdani did that. None of Trump's kids are that impressive. Trump was living his best life because New York over everybody. That's the real message of today. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. New York is going to support New Yorkers. Keep in mind, he's going to backstab Mamdani very quickly. But in front of his face, he had to give that kid props. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to New York. And shout out to kids from Queens making it. I'm here for it.
So the Trump loving Mamdani thing seems so bizarre. So I've been thinking about it a lot. And the number one thing Republicans want to do is destroy the Democratic Party. And what's the biggest threat to the Democratic Party? Socialism. After the race in New York, they realized how fucking powerless they are. No matter how much money they throw at an election, they cannot beat democratic socialism. It's what the people want. Even a lot of conservatives in New York vote for Mamdani. Aligning with Mamdani is the move right now. I bet you this team told him to be nice to him. Happy? It looked very genuine. So I think there's also the aspect of Trump is so dumb and narcissistic that he's gonna love bomb and fawn over that man, because if there's one thing he could never do, it's be the mayor of New York. And if there's one city that man loves, it's New York. And the one place where he is not loved is New York. He would love to be in Mamdani's shoes. And with his low public approval rating right now, he needs to align himself with that man as hard as he fucking can.
Does that mean I get to come back? You just happy to be back in the city. You not slick. You not slick.
I feel like everyone is missing the actual reasons the Trump Mamdani meeting went so well. The reality is
so obvious. You have to understand that for Mamdani, this was hostile territory. This was basically one of those African safari things where you're driving your open Jeep past a bunch of wild hippos, except in this case, the alpha hippo has a rare case of incurable jaundice. It spread to his medulla oblongata, and he's now prone to increasingly irrational outbursts. Mamdani needed nothing out of this but to not be attacked. The dude is like 55 years younger than Trump. In something like 15 years, he will be half of Trump's age. This was a get in and out situation, because really he needs nothing from Trump but for Trump to leave New York alone. But for Trump, this is his entire world. You have to understand, New York City is Trump's white whale, the one that got away. He calls himself the king of New York. He loves New York. But despite this love, there is one thing New York will never do, and that's love him back. He got the White House, he's got all of his Model X wives, he's got billions in assets, and he's got the admiration of tens of millions of loyal followers. But deep down, he knows there is one thing he could never have. That's the title of mayor of New York City. Yet for Mamdani, this young, elusive, handsome immigrant, it was so easy. And the ensuing waves of anger, jealousy, resentment, envy, and admiration is really a lot to handle for a guy with an inverted emotional IQ. But despite all of that, Mamdani also has something Trump desperately craves: broad public approval. So Trump did what any good narcissist would do. He love bombed him. He brought him into a golden room and publicly fawned over him with what was really a pretty uncomfortable amount of disingenuous praise. A grossly unhealthy grand display of worship, all for one simple reason. Even in Trump's small, fragile mind, he understands he needs Mamdani more than Mamdani will ever need him.
You not slick. That was about as slick as when you openly let him call you a fascist.
Clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist, and your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you a fascist?
I've spoken about.
That's okay. You can just say
okay.
yes. Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Yes, they deserve to die. I hope they burn it.
This your strong man, MAGA? MAGA, this your strong man right here?
To go ahead and be a total dick. That's all he did. That's all he did. He backpedaled like a motherfucker. Like he taking anything he says seriously. We also know that there was a strategy somewhere. I can't remember who said it. There was a strategy somewhere about Mamdani winning and how Trump was going to react. So I forgot who the fuck said it though. Somebody on the New Black Media. Way in the beginning when we first learned about said person. You know what I mean? Not really. Trying to get my little ones out the way.
So 11:37 on the.
I learned about this, dude. I was watching TV, or the internet, basically TV. Yeah, he had him right there. He could have did like Trump just pat on the back. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, you said it. Like that motherfucker could have said, "I said what I said." He didn't need any, like, you know, if he was really like all about it like he was when he was making that fucking speech. He could have said, "I said what I said. I told him to his face. You're a fascist, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be heading down that road too." You know what I mean? Like he could have just did it. Them sitting there having a coached fucking dialogue with the media and Trump all happy and shit. That's probably the most touchy feely he's been in a long time. Because he wasn't even really like that with Elon, like touchy feely, pat on the back type shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's a hoe. He's definitely either up to something or he's just the most stupidest backpedaler ever. Like, we're not gonna remember that. But also too, old Mamdani can't make shit happen like he says. He's gonna need votes. He's gonna need the support of Congress, the Senate, and you know what I mean? He's gonna need their support. As much shit as he's talking, is that why he was over there? Was he like kiss ass and, you know, kiss the fucking shoes he walks in? Like, what is that? You know, I hate when I catch stuff late in the game and I don't know what the fuck is going on. But either way, he's not gonna be able to pull it off. That's what Eric Adams said. Eric Adams said you're not gonna be able to do it all by yourself. So we'll see. But him backpedaling and him not standing on, I said what I said. No, you just basically, you know, kind of nod your head and waved your hands. You don't say anything, which is crazy. Okay, so I found this the other day, and it was like, what? Right? It's little, but I was like, what are these motherfuckers on? Right? Hold on a second. Get over there. Get over there. Okay, hold on. So, Fox News, obviously. Suspects plan to murder all island's men and enslaved women. Okay, so I was like, oh my God. It's real short. Let's see.
East Coast and 8:37 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and we've been following breaking news all throughout the morning, but we do have another developing story that we're keeping an eye on. This coming in moments ago from our Fox 4 Dallas team. And I do want to remind you and say here, viewer discretion is advised as some of the details are disturbing. Now, hearing that 2 North Texas men have been indicted for an alleged scheme to sail to a foreign island, murder all the men there, and enslave the women and children. Again, this information here coming from court documents, as they say the men planned and trained for nearly a year. That's according to legal documents, in an attempt, they say, to fulfill their, quote, rape fantasies. Gavin Rivers Weissenberg, 21 years old, of Allen, seen there on the left-hand side of your screen, and Tanner Christopher Thomas, 20 years old, have been indicted by a grand jury on counts of conspiracy to murder, maim, or kidnap in a foreign country and production of child pornography. The charges were given for the pair's extensive plans to travel to an island, which is part of the Republic of Haiti, to attempt a coup there. That's again,
They're
according
going
to
to die.
documents. Weisenberg and Thomas reportedly prepared from August 2024 to July 2025 to execute their plans, in which they allegedly intended to buy a boat, sail to that island, kill every man on the island, overtake it by force, and take the women and children as slaves. The island there does have a population, we're told, of about 87,000 people. From July 2024 to May 2025, the suspects apparently took classes to prepare for the coup. On August 5th of 2024, Weisenberg enrolled, we're told, at the North Texas Fire Academy in Rockwall. This was allegedly an effort to gain training and useful skills for their plot. I mentioned it a few times, viewer discretion advised, and all of this information coming in from court documents that were obtained by Fox 4 Dallas. On January 7th of 2025, we're told Thomas enlisted in the U.S. Air Force, and the documents say that he intended to use his military training for the planned overthrow of the island. We're also told that February 8th, Weisenberg actually failed out of fire training. On February 20th, Weisenberg bought tickets to Thailand, at least partially, to enroll in a sailing course to prepare for getting to the island. The indictment says once he got to Thailand, he never enrolled due to the cost of that course. Then in March, Thomas managed to change his Air Force assignment from a base in Germany to one located over in Maryland. The indictment says this was both to stay in the U.S. to continue planning the coup and an attempt to recruit homeless people from the Washington, D.C. area to help. The suspects are accused of attempting to recruit others to help with the coup, both online and in person. Weisenberg and Thomas are also accused of coercing a minor to engage in sexual activity on camera. That was back in August of last year. Weisenberg arrested on July 3rd on his charges, but what we don't know is the arrest date for Thomas. Fox 4 reaching out to the attorneys listed for Weisenberg, but they have yet to respond. No legal representation found for Thomas at this point. Weisenberg and Thomas both face up to life in federal prison if they are convicted of conspiracy to commit murder in a foreign country. Again, this is being investigated by several agencies, including the FBI, the U.S. Air Force Office of Special Investigations, and police departments. The case being prosecuted by the Assistant U.S. Attorney. We will keep you updated here as we do get additional information. I do want to pop this up on your screen. This is actually a post just coming in from Fox 26 Houston saying that 2 North Texas men have been indicted for an alleged scheme to sail to a foreign island, murder all the men, and enslave the women and children. Again, Fox 4 Dallas reporting here that that is an island of about 87,000 people.
Death wish. Fucking death wish, dude. Like, Haiti? What? You're gonna do what? You know what I mean?
So 11:37 on the East Coast and 8:37 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and we.
That's crazy. Like, you just thought that that shit was just gonna go over well. Hell no. Like, and there wasn't too much information on this. Wasn't too much. I just want to make sure, like, I was looking, there wasn't too much information. Like, don't you think that's something they should have mentioned? Like, somebody should be talking about? Like, crazy. Let's see.
Website not found. Following an exclusive News Channel 5 investigation, 2 notorious websites used by neo-Nazis targeting children are now offline. Thanks for being with us. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. Those websites disappeared overnight following 2 stunning reports from our News Channel 5 Investigates team.
Our chief investigative reporter, Phil Williams, may have nudged internet providers to take action. Phil, what's the latest? What do you know?
Well, the dominoes began falling last night after I reached out to the company hosting these vile websites asking for comment, and the fallout continued throughout today.
I'm gonna get all these to kill each other.
Monday night, neo-Nazi John Manadio was celebrating the attention following a News Channel 5 investigation that revealed how he was using his hate-filled websites to target children. Then late Tuesday night, those websites suddenly went dark. Wednesday afternoon on X, Manadio was more subdued.
What's going on, guys? Got a lot of messages about, this boomer brain, psychopath. Currently the website's down for a little bit, but I got another option. Got a few other options, but I will let you guys know when it's time. I'll post something where I'll be live streaming. I'm an entertainer, pro-white entertainer. I hate non-whites, okay?
Our investigation revealed how Manadio was live streaming video chats with children, mocking children of color while trying to recruit white kids, urging them to buy guns and get ready to kill. Internet records show his streaming service was being hosted by a company called Crunchbits, but after News Channel 5 Investigates contacted the company Tuesday night asking for comment, Manadio's website suddenly went offline without explanation. Reappearing Wednesday morning, this time the host we discovered was Comcast. But shortly after we reached out to the company, Manadio's streaming site again could not be found. You have a problem with Jews in general, then?
Yes, I do.
For the head of the neo-Nazi Goyim Defense League, the possibility of being deplatformed could be costly. So far this year, his live stream has raked in more than $100,000 from his supporters. In the group's chats, one person commented, "Damn, this journalist Phil from Tennessee really did a number on the future of streaming," adding, "If anyone streaming wants to get into trucking, hit me up." And neither of the internet companies responded to my request for comment, nor did John Manadio respond directly. Although he suggested in one post that my actions amounted to what he called treason. One of his followers suggested in a post on X that the group was now at war with me, something that Manadio quickly disavowed, saying, "Don't even play with these whack jobs. They will have the F."
Right. That's not what I was interested in. But enough of that. Let's listen to one more. We're going to leave it right there because I got to go. We got a busy day today. I got a doctor's. Yeah, this motherfucker got an accent. Major accent. Yeah, that shit still is hilarious.
FBI at your door for threats. Of course,
That's not going to happen. Because that dude had an accident. Okay. Go ahead. Let me go ahead. and get out of this. Okay. All right, family. Yeah, 2026 is gonna be wild. I don't know why Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned for her seat. Is she gonna run against something? You know what? I should probably go back and listen to what TVA was saying, because he was talking about that the other night. What was I gonna say? I have to go, family, because we have a busy day. Hope you have good holidays or whatever you're doing. We will probably go live again sometime this evening after everything's said and done. Probably from the Black House. Most likely, probably from the Black House. We shall see. I just did a short one just to kind of remember, just to kind of get into it. StreamYard has really got a whole bunch of different things now. So on the paid membership, I was just like, God damn, so much advancement. Everyone been gone a month. I want to say that I watched that Welcome to Derry, the it prequel, or I don't know. That shit is scary. Welcome to Derry, yeah. So episode 4 into it. I watched Predator Badlands. That's actually pretty decent. What else did I watch? Tron. That's alright. It's alright. What else? What's the thing else I wanted to give my thoughts to? I can't think of it right now. I've been watching a lot of movies and stuff, and a lot of documentaries. Anyway, I'll probably have this better put together than what I did earlier. I had to read some. I had it all set up. I was already going. I only made it like 11 minutes in, so I figured out I had to go back and sign into my shit that I have loaded up on the computer. But he had an update and it kicked all of it out. So I was like, oh God, asking me to remember a fucking password is like wishing for a miracle. I know that shit. I'm just joking. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to go again sometime later on today. Hopefully. We'll see. It might not let me. We'll see. Anyway, stay black, stay dangerous. I'm gonna catch up on some other things that I didn't get to catch up on, because I didn't get to catch up on this weekend's Frontline Black News. I wasn't able to participate. I was stuck over here, so I'm playing on the phone to participate. And I always make one back arrow mistake and then it logs me right out. So that shit is beyond frustrating. Hopefully, though, in December, keep our fingers crossed, the internet, I can turn the internet back on. Let's hope. Should be any time now. Thanks for coming through, Twin, and Ray. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for hanging out. I look forward to probably talking to y'all a little later on today, or later on in the early evening. Depends. We shall see. Stay black, stay dangerous. Have a good, happy holiday, however you're celebrating it or not celebrating it. But enjoy yourself. Don't eat too much, and stay vigilant. Yeah. Yep. I'll tell Jesse you said hi. You got to get up anyway in a few minutes. So yeah. Okay. Talk to you soon. I'm gonna hang up now. Every time I get on StreamYard, it's like a new thing, and I always mess up. So see, I need more practice on it. Jesse got it down pat. All right, stay black, stay dangerous. Happy holidays. Peace.